provide some clarity as to why you are certain Julius Abure must be questioned or is responsible for the mismanagement of those funds. As a treasurer, you're a former treasurer, are there things that you noticed or things that you saw that gives credence to your claims that Julius Abure must be the one who has mismanaged those funds?
Yes, thank you for this question. You know, I came out that February, I said that the late national chairman's signature was forged 2 months after his death. Before the passing of the late national chairman, A.A. Salam of blessed memory, the party didn't have any money in the accounts. Then 2 months after his death, monies were cleared by Julius Abure. 2 months after the man's death, he never bothered what the family was going through as at that time. And again, Abure, at that time that I came out, I noticed that he was transferring money to his wife's account, to his brother's account, John Abure, to his company's account, to his to everybody, even down to the staff of the office. He will use the staff's account to siphon money. At the end of the day, this same staff will send that money to an account that will send to an account that will get to Abure. So there are a whole lot of things. I'm emotional about this whole thing because a lawyer that he claims to be forged a signature of a late man, the national chairman of our party. He didn't even care what the outcome was going to be. So if he's saying I'm lying, he should let that account be reactivated so the Nigerians can actually see, to even question him, how on earth did the man after his death came out to sign an account, to sign a check for him to clear money from the account.
Yeah, just to clarify.
He should come out and stop pointing an accusing finger to Mr. P2B.
Yeah, just to clarify, you're saying that you found out that Julius Abure was transferring money from Labour Party's official account to his personal account and to, account for his siblings.
Yes. Even his wife's account, yes.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time with us. I appreciate every one of you right there. At the moment now, we never planned that Peter Obi is going to be live. So he's currently live right now speaking. So before we have him back, I can say that News Central is having a network issue. Even the network is also affecting me as well. But before that, let me see if my panelists here are with us. Mr. Chris, can you hear me? Madam Irene's Finance, can you hear me?
Yeah, Domo, sir. Good evening. It's good to be with you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Please, if my network failed, please just take over and be talking. Because it failed just now. Everybody was just quiet for like 78 years.
Yeah, no, Domo, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Iris.
Thank you, Mr. Iris. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? Good evening to you.
I'm doing very well. Good evening, Mr. Chris. Good to be here with you people. Thank you.
Madam Irene Finance, it's nice to be with you. Mr. Naija, when the line went silent, we were actually trying to chat you up to get a response from you so that we know.
No. You just unmute and speak to the people. That's all.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but currently now we can see that I don't know what happened to News Central. Their network failed. They are back. Okay, let's take it. Let me bring them back again. Hold on.
$64 years.
So
why will anybody want to be a PhD holder?
The level of criminality amongst our politicians is a disincentive to people who want to study.
When we talk about corruption, the reason why, because this is corruption, the reason why it is bad for society is that corruption kills entrepreneurship. Nobody thinks in a corrupt country. I said every day, why will I work hard to create a business and suffer to grow the business when I can make more money from being a politician? So you don't see people struggling to build business. Corruption kills professionalism. Why am I going to work hard to MPhD, research to be a professor? Because what I told you now, for a professor, is double the salary, 400,000 if he's paid. Why will I struggle to be a professor? In fact, if you're a professor, your salary like I said, it's 400,000 monthly, 4.8, so call it 5 million annually. For 4 years, without spending your money, you earn 20 million as a professor. 1 month's salary of National Assembly member is 21 million. Why do you want to be a professor? So corruption kills entrepreneur, kills professionalism.
So would you advise the president to do what he has done to the Supreme Court by increasing by 300% all university professors?
For me as president, we're going to dismantle this criminality. Everybody have to come at the same level, and we discuss the future of the country. And I say it's not without this is something that is verifiable. I was governor of a state. I was impeached within 6 months. You know that, of being a governor. And what was the problem? My own office as governor, there was a budget to renovate my office because it was burnt. The budget to renovate it was 298 million. I spent 42,300,000. That was my number one offense. Number two offense was that in my lodge, where I lived as governor, the entire budget, it was also burned because they had a crisis before I came in. The budget to renovate the office was 486 million. I spent 81 million in doing everything. That was my second offense. The third offense was that I was saving money. Everybody knew. You can go to Suga and verify. When I became governor, no permanent secretary in Anambra State had a car. No judge had a car. And I said, no. I went to Pijo. It's still on record that I was about the highest number of Pijo ever bought by government. When I was governor, I went there and said, supply us 50 vehicles, 406. And in my first year, for 4 years, the vehicle I used as governor, it was 406. Permanent secretary, everybody was using the same car. 406 for the 4 years. In my first tenure, you can go, these are things that you can go and verify. And we shut down the office of First Lady because they had more money than some of my ministries. I said, hey, wait a minute. What is this? Nobody voted this woman. It's my wife. We love her. We live in the same house. But he didn't campaign. Nobody voted for her. He should have had her own convoy, even with ambulance and everything, creating additional confusion that was supposed to exist. We shut it down.
Let me go back to the budget that was initially proposed as 27.5 trillion, while 28.7 trillion was passed by the National Assembly and signed by the president. Who do we blame for those situations where we are bleeding money for every questionable things while our debt continues to skyrocket and we're struggling with high fuel costs, high food costs, high inflation, and people are saying we're hungry? Where do we put the blame?
Squarely on the man who is in charge.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Period. Nobody else. He is the man voted for. He is the man they declared the winner.
Why did you say they declared the winner?
Well, it was declared the winner.
Okay.
Yeah, so he is the one who is responsible. No other person. That's why I told you I was impeached. Because I was the man they elected. That's why I can abolish First Lady office, abolish everywhere, and determine that I'm going to change this place. And I can do that comfortably. Look at our debts rising irresponsibly. God, there's nothing wrong in borrowing. Borrowing for any government globally is accepted. People make reference with every other country today. I've compared so many countries with the issue of borrowing. Even countries people cite Like Singapore. Singapore today owes over 100% of their GDP. But they have a clear law that all borrowed money must be for investment. Japan owes over 200% of their GDP in debt. But the money Japan borrowed, most of their debts, apart from being domestic, were used for the economy and the people of Japan. And today, the highest holder of US treasuries, up until maybe 2 years ago, I don't know what happened. China, every other person, wherever, have huge debts. But you could see where those debts were invested in. Today, we are the number 3 highest debtor to World Bank. That happened within the past 1 year. We actually estimated that the way we are going will soon be number 1 highest debtor.
The projection is that we'll have more than 150 trillion.
A country without anything to show for it. Country like Bangladesh is within those 3 highest debtors of World Bank. But they could see the difference. It is very clear. In 2015, let me not go back for that. 2015, when this APC government started, our debts was a third of what it is today. We are now over $100 and something billion. We're now in a situation where we can't explain what happened, but just look at a country like Bangladesh. In 2015, they had huge debts with a GDP of 195 billion and per capita of about 1,300. Today, Bangladesh, as of 2023, is with a GDP of over $460 billion, with a per capita of over 2,500. Nigeria in 2005 had a GDP of over nearly 500 billion, with per capita of over 2,500. Today, our per capita is just about a little bit over 1,000.
Okay.
That is the crisis you face. And we have tripled our debts. That means the money we borrowed were all either swallowed by snakes, pythons, tortoise, monkey, all sorts of things. That's why we are now in this new song of go, where people put the money, the elephants even follow that ate the money because the man goes to parties.
Okay.
So it's a crisis situation.
Okay, the go one really got me. Okay, I will take a short break, Mr. Peter Obi. It's great to have you here. We'll take a short break, then we'll go on the home run. We're still having here on News Central exclusive Mr. Peter Obi as our guest and the one I'm having this conversation with.
Okay, guys. For now, they're gonna have a break. I believe so now. Here with Peter Obi. Mandarita, we can see you on the backstage. Thank you. Yes. You know, Oga Chris, what's your take with Peter Obi they talk now? Because my question is this: before you move on, you know, all this analysis and all that, all the presidents that have ruled Nigeria, all of them don't give us all these things. Can they bring it to reality? If Peter Obi is there, all these things Peter Obi they talk, so can he bring it to light?
Yeah, well, Domosa, for me, that is why I say, for everything we do, we have to look at the past. The history is very important, and so that we know where we are and we are able to define where we are going to. Thank you for the opportunity, for giving me the opportunity to contribute to this very crucial issue. I'm very sure that Peter Obi can do it, not because I have a crystal ball to see into the future, But because I've seen it, and
Chris, remember that Peter Obi used that very deep, that word that he's always using, that I will dismantle them.
yes,
How want to dismantle these people?
and you see that word then, now the same thing used for Chatham House. They always try tell people, say, if we listen to waiting talk for Chatham House, he might have come across as very gentle, but that Chatham House, it really shake the foundation of the owners of Nigeria. Because for the first time, a politician dared the people that have held Nigeria down. And when he did that, he did it with a very straight face. And these people, they are very sure that he wasn't joking. And the sad part is that they know that he is not a politician, a regular politician like every one of them. These people, they know themselves. They clearly see that this man is different. Look at the analysis he gave. Why was he impeached? Twice. Because they wanted to renovate.
Mr. Chris, let us come back to you. You know, Peter Obi is back again. Let us come back to you. More listen to her.
Domo, sir.
A question that just requires a very short and straightforward answer. You've said that our politicians are the problem in Nigeria. What is it that Labour needs to do differently to differentiate itself from the rest of the political parties? Or would you need to move away from Labour and set up an organic team that you may want to call the Obedient Party that will be made up of young Nigerians who are going to say, it's got to be different? In very short, straightforward answer.
Well, we're struggling to do that. We're struggling to be different. It's going to be difficult. For me, building strong parties and institutions in Nigeria, again, has to do with leadership, the encouragement. That's why I said, if we go back to the parliamentary system, it will go a long way, because after elections, those parties that did well are part of the parliamentary system where they have leaders who can do this, continuous improvement, and government and the systems have to help.
Will the system influence the quality of personnel that take up the leadership?
Very
position?
important. I can tell you, you can. I keep saying this because I've served as a governor. So I know and there's no other way to measure. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we don't use the reference. We don't look at where people are coming from. So I come here today and say, I can run New Central better than you. Nobody looks at whether Peter have run anything of this sort. They say, yes. Let him come. It's like, for them, maybe I give people even money. They say, Mr. K is useless. He doesn't give us anything. This man will, in fact, he will turn the places around. But if we look at the record, I can tell you that Mr. K, I was a governor with 30 members of my assembly from different parties. The entire assembly, not one from my party. I was a governor without one senator from my party in my state, without one National Assembly member. Everybody was, different party, except me alone. And yet, the state became most peaceful, most secured in that 8 years. In fact, a president of Nigeria told one of the PDP governors, go and learn how Peter is with his House of Assembly member. And when that person asked my speaker, how is it that you are in a different party and Peter is in a different party and all of you are working peacefully with him? He said he brings everything on the table. Transparency.
Did they include SUVs?
We didn't have money.
You didn't buy SUV for anybody.
I said I was using 4 OCs. How can they be using something better than me? They couldn't have. We actually quarreling. When they said to me, my counterpart in other states, I said, we have no counterpart in other states. Because they could see me I shut down Anambra State Governor's Lodge in Abuja. Everybody knew, because Governor of Anambra doesn't live in Abuja, and we couldn't afford to be keeping it. They know that. I shut down the Presidential Lodge in Awka from build. I said, no, the president doesn't live in Awka.
So you recommend the same thing for all the governors in 36 states who have, a lot of them are actually living in Abuja and not in their state today?
Why would they? I even recommend that when you finish governing, you should live in that state. Not just, even after. I live in Onitsha. The only place that I have house today in Nigeria that is built by me, that is my own, is Onitsha. If you see any other one anywhere, confiscate it and take it. I live in Onitsha, in my house.
Okay.
Everybody knows.
All right, let's move very quickly. The recent fuel subsidy removal has stirred significant public debate. What would you have done differently? Because I remember you did say that from day one, you say subsidy is gone. What would you have done differently?
I didn't say from day one. I said I would remove subsidy.
You remove it. Okay.
You know, I didn't say from day one, and I wouldn't have done it
from day
just ordinary announcement.
Okay.
I said, go and read my manifesto. I have to first remove the criminality associated with the subsidy, because the criminality was over 50% of the subsidy. And then after removing it, we would have been able to present a detailed cost to Nigeria and replacing it with an alternative. What happens here is that people are ready to sacrifice.
And they're sacrificing
No,
now.
but you can't ask people to fast when you're feasting. Everybody have to fast at the same time. So you cannot be in a party, enjoying yourself in picnic and everything, going around with new jets and yachts and everything at the expense of the public. That is not leadership.
Are you claiming that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not giving leadership to Nigeria today?
Well, I said you can't buy New York, you can't buy yachts. You can't be renovating houses of vice president. Where did Osibanjo live? People can live in their houses and govern Nigeria. Where did they live? When I had no place to live in Awka as a governor, I asked them, don't we have any other government house? They said there's a small 3-bedroom house in Onitsha. I went to live in Onitsha. I was living in Onitsha for the 1 year. Ask anybody in Anambra State. I lived in Onitsha. Onitsha is 30 minutes until we're able to build a new, and where we built and maintain it. When I was governor, throughout the year I was governor, I lived in a 3-bedroom house. Because Downing Street, where the British Prime Minister lives, is 4 rooms. 4 rooms. For an economy that is 10 times our economy, more than. Per capita in the UK is about $40,000. Per capita in Nigeria is not up to 5% of that.
So if I were to put you on the top of a roof to say, scream to Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what would you be saying to him about the idea of Nigerians saying the presidency is living large? What would you be saying to him?
Please, cut the cost drastically. There's too much waste. Why would we have Asoro Clinic being built for 22 billion naira when your national clinic, your #1 hospital, have less than 2 billion? It takes from Asoro to national clinic can be more than 5 kilometers. So why the clinic? When Trump had problem, they didn't take him to White House clinic. They took him to the military hospital where every other person, when Boris Johnson had COVID, they took him to hospital. Me and you can go. It's hospital. Why are we always doing what is wrong?
Okay.
It's just hospital. And he has ambulance all over the place. Even when he's moving, couldn't go on us. They move with ambulance. With other programs. So if anything happened, the ambulance will take him to the national hospital.
Yeah, excellent.
Should actually be there.
Yeah. Okay. You've called on Nigerians to demand transparency from the NNPCL regarding fuel subsidy matters. What mechanism would you suggest to ensure this transparency and accountability? What kind of...
I said it, we have to show what is being removed and where it's being applied. You don't know what the subsidy is today. You don't know what is being removed. So what we are saying is, oh, subsidy gone. Electricity subsidy gone. Soon they will remove subsidy on air. If they have a chance, they will charge us for air. But we are not saying we will not do that. But tell us where it's going. Now we're being told there will be increase in VAT, increase in tax. There will be if you see people speaking language like, oh, Nigerian tax to revenue to GDP is low. Who are you taxing? You have 130 million people who are living in poverty, who have no job. Are you going to tax them? Where are they going to pay? They have not eaten, so how will they pay you tax? Tax is a social of productivity. It's a bank account. You have to put in something before you withdraw. So we want to charge them, but let us put something. What Nigeria want to see today, and what I want to see, is let Nigerian politicians start sacrificing. We can no longer continue. Did you hear people speculating about the number of jets that went to even China and other places and everything? We're still enjoying, celebrating every day.
Okay, let's move quickly. This is our final few minutes on this conversation. So the Labour Party is currently facing internal crisis, particularly with clashes over the establishment of an interim executive committee. What is your perspective on this issue, and how can the party move past these internal struggles? What needs to be done for the Labour Party to be exceptionally different from the other political parties?
Well, that's what we're trying to do. But like I keep saying, it is a difficult thing in a criminalized system where whatever effort you put in, the criminals around you in other parties will try to dismantle what you're doing. I was governor of Abga in Anambra State for 8 years. For the 8 years I was in office, Abga was in crisis. It's the same thing. Because people will always want to put in the problems and everything. That's why I said that even in part of building and governing good governance, I, Peter, will ensure that all the parties have good internal democracy and govern well by supporting them, by making sure we exist as a body, we exist as a people. I will engage both the opposition, everybody, for us to come together in love and face and salvage the place. But what you see now is that to sustain the criminality, what we politicians today do is to continue to divide the system along tribe, along religion, along parties. Can they tell me the only reason why tribe and religion is still traveling in Nigeria is because when politicians don't have anything to offer in terms of competence, capacity, capability, and compassion, they replace it with tribe. So you say, Peter, can we know where you're coming from? How did you govern Anambra State? What did you listen? You were owing to salary. He said, no, I'm an Igbo man. What has it to do with what you asked? Okay. If you say, where is your certificate? I'm an Igbo man, so I should be voted for. When you say, how are you going to do this? Oh, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, and I've challenged people, let's go to Indonesia. The highest Muslim country in the world today is Indonesia. The Pope had just visited Indonesia recently and are praising the government. He didn't say these people are Muslims.
Yes. Okay.
He just left. Because then you have other places like that. In Dubai, I always said the Catholic Church in Dubai, go there, on the wall you see it. The land and the church was built by Emir of Dubai, who is a Muslim. In Nigeria, is the opposite. Have you seen where Christians buy bread cheaper?
No.
In Oyo, or Muslims buy bread cheaper in Kanu, or they buy fuel. I was in Katsina last week. Fuel is 1,002.
Yeah.
In Oyo, the same thing.
Same price.
Because they are putting 80 million budget that will go into critical area, into unwanted children, or building dustbin, which
okay,
will
very
never
quickly,
be built.
because we have to wrap up now very quickly. So tell me, do you feel very excited and happy about what is said to be the achievement of the only governor in your political party, Governor Alex Otti?
Yes. It's in the right direction. And I continue to tell him, whenever I have the opportunity to say to him, you're doing well, but continue in that direction. But always know that it's about the people. So always listen to the people. Don't just listen to people saying you're doing well. Governance is demand-driven. It is about the people of Abia State. Use their resources effectively and everything. And we work cordial and everything.
Still on your party then, the person who has become the interim leader of the party, the interim chairperson, there are allegations of corruption. In just 2 sentences, how do you feel about the allegations?
I disagree with that.
Okay.
I've said it before. This man was Minister of State for Finance in Nigeria. He was not accused of any misappropriation or stealing. He was a substantive minister of finance, Minister of Finance. When he was managing the billions for the country, he was not accused of misappropriation or stealing. She was a senator. So she was a minister of state, substantive minister, and she became a senator. In all this, he was not accused. He was only accused of about misappropriating or managing maybe 100, 200 million money when he became a campaign director. It's like me coming here and paying you for an advert, which happened not just to even some of the media houses
some years ago.
They were being asked to refund money. They were paid for adverts because they are part of corruption. You cannot go to market and call market woman who sold, like going to a restaurant and say, because they came here and had that the restaurant owner should refund money for the party because the money you used for it is stolen. How would they know?
Okay.
So for me, we need to separate all this. She is one of those Nigerians. We discuss issues of Nigeria every day. I discuss it with her. And that's why I said, you can't bundle all of us together all the time. There's a time you separate just few of us and say, this person is doing that. And we need to look at people's background.
Because we have to go. To go. I won't go without asking you. Will you continue to be a member of the Labour Party, or are you considering your option, especially in the face of Chinese whispers about Kwankwaso and yourself?
Quite frankly, for me, I'm not desperate to be Nigerian president. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. If I see people who can do the work better, I will. I've even had people who said I should not come out in 2027. And I said to them, offer yourself. And we will not put everybody on a scale. If they're better, I'll vote for them.
But would you stay with Labour Party in the next election if you're contesting?
Well, yes, I will be here. And if anybody is coming for us to negotiate or come together, you must tell me what for purpose. I will not join anybody for state capture or for winning election. I want anybody to tell me how are we going to ensure that no child is left behind? How are we going to put those millions of out-of-school children back in school? How are we going to create jobs?
Would you say yes to Kwankwaso joining you as collaborators to make sure that you have the support of the North and the South? Would you agree to that?
We must first establish what we are going to achieve by that coming together. Collaboration is not just going to be for state capture and continue the same consumption. So if it is collaboration for production, we will.
So
we want to dismantle the two biggest jobs in Nigeria is what I want to dismantle.
So your answer to Kwankwaso collaboration and coming together will be a yes?
To anybody who wants to move Nigeria from consumption to production. For anybody who wants to pull people out of poverty, bring out of school children into school and make it productive. Yes. But anything short of that, I'm not a part of it.
Thank you so much. There are so many questions that I would have loved to answer you, but time will not permit. Thank you, Mr. Peter Obi, for sharing your insights and perspectives on the current political.
As a treasurer, you're a former treasurer, are there things that you noticed or things that you saw that gives credence to your claims that Julius Abure must be the one who has mismanaged those funds?
Yes, thank you for this question. I came out that February, I said that the late national chairman's signature was forged 2 months after his death. Before the passing of the late national chairman, A.A. Salam of blessed memory, the party didn't have any money in their accounts. Then 2 months after his death, monies were pledged by Julius Abure. 2 months after the man's death, he never bothered what the family was going through as at that time. And again, Abure, at that time when I came out, I noticed that he was transferring money to his wife's account, to his brother's account, John Abure, to his company's account, to everybody, even down to the staff of the office. He will use the staff's account to siphon money. At the end of the day, this same staff will send that money to an account that will send to an account that will get to Mr. Abure. So there are a whole lot of things. I'm emotional about this whole thing because a lawyer that he claims to be forged a signature of a late man, the national chairman of our party. He didn't even care what the outcome was going to be. So if he's saying I'm lying, he should let that account be reactivated so the Nigerians can actually see, to even question him, how on earth did the man after his death came out to sign an account, to sign a check for him to claim money from the account.
Yeah, just to clarify.
So he came out and stop pointing an accusing finger to Mr. Peter Obi.
Yeah, just to clarify, you're saying that you found out that Julius Abure was transferring money from Labour Party's official account to his personal account and to, account for his siblings.
Yes. Even his wife's account, yes.
Okay. All right, guys, thank you very much. That's all the presentation that we have in terms of videos. We're not going to take articles today, and we can't take any calls for now because it's not conducive right now. I might probably do that later on, but still, I'm going to hand over the platform right now to Mr. Chris. If he's there, then we'll take it from here. So I'll join you guys shortly. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris. You have the floor. Thank you.
Yeah, and Domosa, once again, good evening, Mr. Nanjawatch, and good evening, everybody on the panel, the people in the comment section. It's nice to be with you all today. As you already heard from Mr. Nanjawatch, I'm going to be moderating today. I bring love to you all from the Republic of Ireland, specifically Dublin. I wish you all a very beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, depending on the part of the world you are listening to us from. Special greetings to Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, Mommy, so much for all you do. Let me say I'm sorry, Mommy Diaspora, for the mix-up earlier, and you understand what I mean. And everybody on the comment section, I see all of you. Special greetings to you all. From the beginning to the end, we can't mention all your name, but definitely we're going to reel out some names. And Madam Tusabi, we want to say good evening to you. Faith Wilfred, good evening to you. Madam Ame Bright, a very good evening to you. Abuazi, Oga with his panel, good evening to you. Aniagba Emeka Jude, good evening. Ikpomosa, we say special good evening. It's nice to have all of you here on board with us. As we continue on this broadcast, please use the like button, the share button, and the $sign. They are meant there for a purpose. They are meant there for a reason. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a story. Since Nigerians played the video of Dr. Aoki on this channel, do you know that YouTube has been suggesting his videos to me? And that's never happened before, not until Mr. Nanjawash played his video. Yeah, so it is exactly the same thing you do. Every time you use the like and the share button, you are telling YouTube algorithm that this station It's important. You are suggesting it to everybody on your contact list. Anytime you do that, you are actually adding your voice to the emancipation of Nigeria. Let me continue with the greeting. Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you once again. Nena Ogbona, it's good to be here with you this evening. And who is that? It's not to, oh, Tony Africa DPT. It's nice to be with you. And of course, Madam Irene Finest, the Evergreen Irene Finest, and our only Madam Rita Adams, the Queen of Black Soup. Good evening, Mike Akionbari. It's nice to be with you. Agil Deborah, my one and only. Good evening. And Patience Demudia, the Queen of all. Timmy Indibi, and good evening to you all. And who else do we have there? Yes, we are going to come back to all of you later. We are going to extend our warm greetings to all of you in your homes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all, boys and girls. If you are watching with your young ones who are less than 18, I say special greetings to you all. It is good we inculcate the spirit of political acculturation in our kids because politics is everything. Osaze Omoro, good evening to you. Yeah, we'll be coming to say good evening to all of you and the people on the panel with me. Mr. P Soft, it's so nice to be with you. I hope you're going to be soft this evening. And Black Panther, Akwiran Query. You're going to take it easy. I'm not Ninja Watch. I don't play by the rule. You understand, Black Panther? I don't play by the rule. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow, I throw you out without explanation. Abdul Malik, it's nice to be with you. Epa Uduwa Domosa, it's good to be with you. And let me say good evening again, Madam Rita Adams. Well, let's kick the ball rolling. Yeah, it's politics as usual. So many things are happening, so many things are changing, but everything remains the same. And that is because we live in a nation that is being run by monsters. It's the same thing across the continent of Africa, and every nation that refuses to allow the best of them to lead the nation, they always end up in the same quagmire situation. Look at the whole of the Caribbean. Can you see where Haiti is? Can you see where Venezuela is? Mr. Black Panther has copiously told us about the things happening in Venezuela. It's not different from Nigeria because we allow the worst of us to rule over the best of us in such countries. Well, we are just going to get into the meat of the discussion today. And like I said, especially on the panel, please let's use the like button, let's use the share button, and if we can, let's use the dollar sign. They are there for a purpose. And it is instructive for all of us to know that we must have to give kudos to Mr. Nanjawa because it took a lot for him to be able to come out every day, even today's broadcast, and you can see he's not going to take calls. He's just doing this to ensure that he's able to engage with Nigerians every evening. Because I know hundreds and thousands of people are waiting to cool off every day on Nigeria watching station. So any day he's unable to come to this station, it's going to be a period of depression to a lot of people. So we must salute his effort. We must appreciate everything he does to ensure that we are on air every day. Once again, I say welcome to the show. The first person on the show is Mr. P-Soft. Mr. P-Soft, you've listened to Peter Obi, you've listened to the interview and the other lady, and that was interviewed immediately after Peter Obi. And what are your takes? And if you have any other thing you want to digress to election in Edo State, security situation in the country, everything. There are so many things to discuss. The stories in Nigeria will never end. Anyhow you look at it, there's something to be talked about. It is a collection of stories and stories and stories, innuendos and everything you can think about. Mr. P-Soft, talk to us. The floor is yours. You have 8 minutes to fire. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. God bless you for giving us the opportunity to use your platform to air our voice. And thank you, Mommy Diaspora, for the opportunity you've given to every one of us right here. God bless you. And the comment section and everyone on the panel, God bless you. I'm going to just start with the lady. You know, ordinarily I wouldn't want to talk on that lady because what the accusation she made, they are just crazy and baseless. It does not exist. So, because why do I say so? A lot of people may want to know how is it possible after someone has passed on for complete 2 months, that after 2 months, a signature at this moment was still able to be forged and to be collected. What she did was that she's trying to indict the banks, which means those banks are supposed to be arrested, which means the directors of the bank for allowing such things to happen. Because it does not happen. It does not happen anywhere in the world. If you run a company or if you have an organization, a Labour Party is not an individual. It's an organization. So she's lying. She's in that aspect. She just lied to the whole world. On the national TV, she lied. Said that someone has passed on after 2 months in this generation, that the person's signature could still be forged to take money from the bank. Think about that. Is it possible? It's not possible. And this person is a well-known person in the public. After 2 months, and Labour Party has not officially issued to replace the signature of the new person, or without a meeting has been held to kind of like, appoint somebody or send signature to the bank for replacement and then wait for approval. You're telling me that the banks were not aware that okay, what she was trying to say was that, the banks probably were not aware that that man has passed on to glory, and that they were still paying the signatory that were coming after 2 months. Think about that. She thought everybody's crazy like her. That's why I said we should be careful about her, because if some of the things she's saying is just not practicable in this dispensation. Listen, maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, what she said could be practicable, and people could, forge a signature, maybe because of, if she has said when the man was still alive, the signatories were forged, we could understand that, because the man was still alive, which means his signature is still active, still authenticated. But the moment the man passed on, a popular man of a political party, the signature immediately becomes inactive in the banks. So I don't understand what she's talking about. Let me just go straight, because I didn't want to even talk about it, but for the sake of people that have listened to her, that may not know how corporation works, so I just needed to put that out there to just let people know that she's lying and it's not true. Now, regards to the situations on ground in Nigeria, I wish Peter Obi just becomes the president of Nigeria today, because his analyses are well detailed. This is one of the reasons I said I'm supporting Oluchi Opara, because they actually talked about the solutions. See, it's not just about identifying the problems, but anyone who is able to actually provide solutions, knowing fully well that these things works, these things are practical. So what Mr. Peter Obi was actually talking, he was talking practicality, things that are practical, things that could be done in reality. We don't know how much has been removed from the fuel subsidy. We don't know how much subsidy has been removed from electricity. I wonder, a country that is producing electricity, so who was the person collecting the subsidy before in electricity? I thought they said that we are strongly to produce electricity. So is it that somebody took the power somehow? Are we also importing electricity? I don't get it. So they were paying. This country is just my country. These things are crazy. The government could come out to say that we are paying subsidy on electricity. To who? I thought we were the ones generating the electricity. Are we also importing it? So we are paying subsidy on something we are generating. I don't get it. This country is just, country has been, man, we're under state capture. And I don't know how democracy is actually going to face this country. Now, sometimes if I say I don't want Omo Yeleshore to talk about the military, somehow people might be thinking that, no. I said, Omo Yeleshore, don't talk about the military. Just keep quiet. Just be looking. Do what you're doing. You are not a politician. You're an activist. I understand that, and it's real. You could see the difference between a politician and activist. Omo Yeleshore is an activist. Yes, your activity has really helped the Nigeria, but politically, no, because let me tell you, there are two different things. Being a politician and being an activist they're completely different. See, a politician will risk everything he got in his power will risk all his money. An activist is never going to risk anything never going to risk all his money, to try to, get to a particular position, But a politician will do that. So that's why Shore is he's kind of lucky behind, because there are some certain things he cannot risk, to really become that politician he wants to become. But a politician, most of Nigerians politicians, they are very desperate. There are people who will spend their last cover. Think about it now. If we want to take a look at it from Oluchi Opara, he got the Labour Party's ticket, not
My
because
brother, 1 minute, round up.
Okay, not because he was the brightest, but maybe because he was the smartest. You see, so there are other people who are so rich too. Maybe they refuse to also bubble up the way our guy bubbled up. So now he's the one. He's talk of the time in those states, and I like the way what Aisha Yusuf said today. I never wanted to say this, but today, because she made reference to that stuff, I'm going to say it now. Edo State is like Benin City is like a village town. It's like a village city town, like a town. People don't understand what development means.
Thank you, sir.
To be kicked out. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Now in the next 4 minutes. Thank you so much, Oga Peace Up. Well, yeah, that is how it is.
Oga Chris, please let me quickly applaud Bsoft for that last statement, because whenever I say things like this on air, some people think that I have issue with the Edo State governor. I've told you guys before that Edo State looked like a village. Benin City actually looked like a village. But some people come here to try to deceive their gullible followers, or rather listeners, that Obaseki is working. Working what? So I want to applaud Aisha Yusuf for saying it, because she was just there less than 48 hours ago, telling the whole world that Edo State is like a village. Benin City is like a village. So I'll leave it right there. Thank you, Bsoft. Back to you, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, and that was Mr. Nanjawaj. Yeah, Mr. Nanjawaj, apart from what Bsoft just said, you remember each time, not even this year, not last year, long ago, anytime you want to compare those states, they always remind you that you should not be comparing those states to a developed nation. And you kept asking them, where you go come compare those states to? So that is just who we are as a people. Well, good evening, everybody that are just joining us on this show. We want to thank you for finding your time to come here. And if you don't know, we've made a call before that you all should try and use the like button, the share button, and the dollar sign. And let me quickly recognize Manuel Ferrari. We have seen you on the comment section, and we hope you find your way to the panel, because you are a panelist. We want you to put your voice out there, just like every other person on the panel. And let me use the opportunity on behalf of Nigerians to welcome Prince Collins. Prince Collins, is good to have you on the show. And the people that are just joining us, Annie Agba, Emeka, Stella Afini, Mercy Foster, Madam Peggy Modi, welcome to the show. Utazi Ikechukwu, Abe John, Mikpomosa Idehen, Teddy, Osage Idehen for Benin me, say I stand gidigba, nothing they do me. Michael Okata, Ineobi Vlog, Prince Collins, I don't greet you before. Madam Ijedima, Divine Cross, Jejelaye, Nick Lost. Nigeria was saying, I greet all of Una. Una, welcome to the show. Mr. Black Panther, now you go talk to us now. May you tell us what's in your mind. Quickly, let's hear what you have to say. The floor is yours. You have 8 minutes to ventilate. Black Panther, if you are there, talk to us, please.
I bet let the next player come in last.
Okay, Black Panther said he's gonna come last, which is fine for now. But if we call you again, you are not able to talk. You're gonna spend 4 minutes to know what the rules are. And the next person will be Abdul Malik. And Abdul Malik, after you, it will be Mr. Oduwa. So the reason I'm saying this is that Mr. Oduwa, try and get ready so that after Abdul Malik, it will be you. And after Mr. Oduwa, it will be Madam Rida. And after Madam Rida, it will be Prince Collins, so that we know we have an estimate of when it is going to get to our turn. While we are still listening to ourselves, please, let's use the like button. It is very crucial. It is very important, especially for those of us that are not on the panel, especially for those of us that are not on the comment section, especially for those of us that are at home listening to us from everywhere in the world. use the like button, use the share button. In that way, you are contributing to the discussion going on. You become an active contributor. It is called engagement. Please, let's do that. Let's do that for the benefit of the nation. Yeah, Mr. Abdul Malik, the floor is yours. 8 minutes. Ventilate. Tell us what you feel about your nation. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Chris and Mr. Niger Watch. Everybody in the panel, good evening, Nigerian. Like this guy, this man in the panel, Mr. What is the name? The man that just spoke now.
Peace soft.
Peace soft, yes. You cannot just say Oluchi, she's lying, because she was one of the executive members, deputy secretary. In Nigeria, we all grow up there. It's a country that anything can happen in the country. Because you know why? She refer you, they should go back. How they will know is this. They need to go back to that account. If really after that man dead, after 2 months, when the man dead, if there is any transaction, if there is any money withdraw from that account, they can verify it till now. There is nothing is hidden. She refer, you cannot just say she lie, you may say allegedly, because she's one of the executive members, deputy secretary. Nigeria, anything can happen. You don't know if this man, he have somebody in the bank there. They make arrangement with that person. Nigeria is a country that where you have influence or you have money, you can do anything. It's possible. Is it not PhD last time he come to the street, disgrace himself? Even when you have money, you can obtain any degree there. That is Nigeria for you. Yeah, she refer you, go to the bank and to the account. You may verify if really after 2 months when that previous chairman dead, if there is something transaction like that occur, from there you will know if she's lying or she's saying the truth. Yeah, you can do it now. There's nothing is hiding. Even though 20 years coming, the statement of account will still be there. Yeah, we are in technology modern now in the world. There is nothing is hiding in the world. You can do anything. You can find anything. So far, you know how to do it. Yeah, that is for that. You see, Peter Obi, she said the right thing, because in Nigeria, that is the reason why everybody wants to be politician. Everybody wants to be elected, just because of the money they are getting there. They need to cut all those governors, their salary and their expenses. It's too much. How can a salary, imagine only 1 month salary, for senator or House of Rep? It's like 4 years professor salary, a 4-year professor salary. It's not normal, it's not right. That is the reason why everybody wants to die in that office. Imagine, they are not the only one in the country. There are other people, other workers there. But in their own, the way they are operating is not normal. It's not normal something. They need to cut off those governors' expenses. Yeah, they need to do it. That is the reason why everybody now want to become politician. You want to be elected by force. You are seeking for appointment everywhere, anywhere in Nigeria, just because of the money you will gain, not to serve the people, to enrich yourself. We need to change that. That is the reason why Nigeria is not moving forward. The money that is meant for the citizen, but you are not going to use it for the citizen, you are using it for yourself, only yourself. That is the reason Nigeria is not moving forward, and it's very bad. If that system is changed, you will see that nobody will prefer to be politician. They will not be coming to be politician. They will be doing another thing. Yeah, that is what I say. You say, what Asha you say somehow is true. You tell me a city There is no flyover. There is no 6-lane or 4-lane in the city. And if the Benin City is the main city in Edo State, no flyover, no 4-lane or 6-lane, no overhead bridge. And Benin City is one of the oldest city in Nigeria. It's one of the ancient city in Nigeria. I believe it's the number one ancient city in Nigeria, Benin and Ibadan. But if you take a look in Benin City today, take a look south, 6th region, which is south, Warri, Delta, Bayelsa, River, Akwa Ibom, and Calabar. Edo State Benin City is the backward state. There's no development there. If you go to the other city, they are developed somehow. Look at GRA the last time. GRA just be like outskirt of the city. But go to Port Harcourt GRA, everywhere is tight, it's fine. There is no development there. It's true. The governor, even from 1999, they are just embezzle our money. Embezzle the money. They don't use the money to purify the state. It's very shameful for them. It's not good. No infrastructure, nothing, no development. Okay, what are you going to show now is that it's a city? There is no proof that it's a city. No improvement, no infrastructure, no development, nothing. Okay, well, what classifies a state as a city? Those are the major things: infrastructure, development, and some other things. But those things are not there. Probably look like small town. They need to use money, the money that belongs to people, to develop the state, not to embezzle money. It's getting worse for those our government. They don't use the money for people; they are using money for themselves, which is not supposed to be.
Oga Abdul Malik, round up.
They elect you to serve them, not to enrich your family or people around you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris.
Abdul Malik, and thank you very much for your perspective. And you have completely looked at this from a different angle. I believe we've talked about this idea of a flyover and stuff like that. And the people that are supporting the government of the day, they said it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary, and that's actually yeah, it struck a dormant nerve in me. I was taken aback. I was like, wow, it's not necessary? You have Ramat Park, you have a Third Junction, you have the Ring Road, and you say flyover is not necessary in Benin City? Well, it's politics.
Wait. Thank you.
Mr. Chris, 1 minute. You know why it's necessary? If you go to Delta State, there is flyover there. If you go to Bayelsa, there is
flyover.
No, Mr. Adua, Domo, I'll come to you. Yeah, Abdul, yeah. We understand, but it's just politics, and that's what they do in politics. But I think the important take for me from your submission is that you try to talk about the importance of Benin City, and people should understand that Edo State, and let me just call it Edo State, was already a country long before Nigeria was bettered. Edo State was the first, let me say, the first political structure, maybe as a state or as a country or as whatever you call it, that recognized the existence of Brazil after their independence. The Oba of Benin then wrote a letter of congratulation and recognition to the Brazilian government. And it will interest everybody to know that the Brazilian team, they came to play football in Nigeria, in Edo State, under the auspices of Governor Samuel Ogbemudia of Edo State. And Pele, the Pele we everybody know, was in that team. So that's to tell you the importance of the city.
No, sir, I will correct that. It's not Edo State. Either Midwest or Bende.
Okay, Bende, yeah, Bende. I get the point you are coming from.
It was Midwest.
Yeah, it was Edo and Delta combined together. Yes, I get the point you are coming from. Thank you very much for that. You see, and the people from Brazil, they also sent a contingent to see this present Oba of Benin. I think 2 days ago or thereabouts, again, to show appreciation, and they referred to that event. So I don't know, sometimes, I don't know. If we recall this event, it's just so painful that you now place the authority of the traditional institution of the state under the control of local government administration, all in the name of Nigeria's constitution. I don't know how all those work. Well,
no, it is our people who place it. It
yeah,
is
I
not.
know that's the same thing we are
It is
saying.
our ignorance mentality that do
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Mr. Abdul. It's our ignorance. We can keep blaming the Yoruba people for what I can. Well, on that note, Mr. Abdul, it's your time to talk to us, and the floor is yours. You have 8 minutes to let us see your perspective, or rather, hear your perspective on the issues affecting you and I. Mr. Abdul, please jump on the discussion.
Thank you. Good evening, Baba Christ. Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Our Black Panther, I be Black Panther. Good evening. Baba Jonathan Okon. Good evening, Malik and Madam Rita, Prince, colleagues, Emu and others. I don't see the name of this Emu. Okay, P-Soft, Abi. Good evening, everyone. Mama Diaspora, commenters, listeners, and viewers. Good evening to all. Well, the topic said Abure was transferring money. Whether the signature of the person that was alive or the one that was well, there is nothing that cannot happen in that country, just like the way our brother said. Anyway, it was them and them. So it shows that all those parties, because Labour Party were never there for winning. Labour Party were there to just collect money right from time. That was the reason they called Shomole out of it, that Shomole, if you are here, you will not win. Come to AC. That was how he went to AC. That now become APC, whatever they called him now. So because my sister was, one of my late sister was among the Labour Party that time. So among the people who even formed the Labour Party. So I know that Labour Party has never put themselves for something like this. Peter Obi went there and changed the narrative. Well, thank God, kudos for Peter Obi. And that is why people now rush into it. Whether those who want to work or those who don't want to work, but all of them are rushing into it. And that is why Abure now says, this is a big market. It starts selling. And as customer was rushing it. So that is it. Well, let me not go to Labour Party too much. I will say something here. Edo State as an ancient city. Ancient city is not really that beautiful as people might want it or expect it. But not to be dirty the way it is. That is what I hate inside. The problem is that our people will tell you government doesn't have right for business. And I will use among these things to blame Black Panther, who said that Okbila's mate, we should just go and buy 40%, then we now have control over it. These are what people get when they did not know the value of their property, the use of that their property, or to seek who know the value and the use of their property in among their people. Whenever I talk here, the first thing I will refer you to is Okbila's mate, because I know many work that thing will do for us if we do know that this state belongs to us, this property we need to use belongs to us, and we will put our hand there and start using it to do any place we want to do. Because God gave it to us so that we can use it to do our house the way we want it. So since our ignorance said, give it to Hasadas, it doesn't matter who control our resources. What matters is the benefit they will give to us. So those things are what you get. So you see, that is why the state doesn't know how to generate money than to start telling you, come and pay tax, then they will employ like Tony Kabaka Abobizwa and Godwin Edosa, that so on and so forth. So those one, because those one are not care about the land, they are just care about the beer that they will drink from Guinness, or the Iagia they will carry. So no one cares about the land. No one cares about what will I do for my land, not what my land will do for me. And that was why I wrote to Obaseki, give us this mate, let we operate it, because we cannot be on top of the water, on top of the sea, and we are tasting of water. I did not know that they have sold it for Amsaman. Then we are not expecting the shaft when we're supposed to be eating the rice. So, Edo State or the city of Benin, as you people must say, doesn't really need overhead bridge. It is not overhead bridge that make a place beautiful. Overhead bridge is given to area that does not have land, or the people did not plan well. Then, because they have occupied, then they have to use bridge to demarcate so that people can pass. If I have opportunity to be Oredo chair myself, there will not be hold up in Oredo, because every 200 you have a road. So why must you have a hold up? Now, what would Baba we are saying Ring Road runabout and the Rama Park runabout? Yes, you need to beautify the runabout. When Idiagbon were once a vice president, yes, I think it was the vice to Buhari that time. The Edo State that you are seeing today was beautiful because he has an order he gave. Everywhere must be neat. You have to paint your house. You have to put feed. So everywhere was neat. But when people value careless something and say, it doesn't concern me, and I'm not scared. So you get all these things. There are areas that still need, in that city, there are areas that still need roundabouts. It's not, it must not be like Ring Road, it must not be like Rama Park.
Sadu, I remain 1 minute.
It must not be like those things, but it needs roundabout. And there are many roads who did not need two ways, who have to be one way. But all those things will make the place okay, but we are not doing that. And when they tar road, they put charcoal and say they have tar road, just like the one they did in New Benin when I was in Nigeria 2020. It was nonsense. I asked the girl who, I think it was Nema something they called the people that were tying the road. I said, who are doing these things? Who just put sand and start putting quota on top? And he said, well, this is what the government need now. I said, because this white man that in his own country, the walkway, we did tie it like this. Did you know how many inches they will use to do walkway, not to come and talk of a place that will be carrying heavy duty? But it is because we are left concerned of what we're supposed to do right. As God have allowed us to travel with the Edo people or Edo State people, we travel, we did not learn anything from our journey. And they say travel is a part of education. Nothing we learn. For those who even learn, they don't want to remiss something they learn back home. So it is painful to say it is like that because we neglect our duty.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your contribution. Yeah, that was quite in depth. And I think you also looked at the problem from a different perspective. And this is the importance of this station of Nigeria Watch. We all come with our different perspective. And most of the time, we coalesce to a focal point. And the most important thing, what we do here is to enrich the discussion and ensure that we proffer solution to solve Nigeria's problem. And concerning the flyover, Paudua, not only just for beautification. If you take Ramat Park, for example, you see as motor they come from Agbo Park streets. You know, say that Ramat Park, so now where people they stop, people where they come from Muhonde and Co. So the vehicles will not get business with Ramat Park, then go just take the overhead bridge. Pume, you go take them through that Ramat Park. Only the ones we get business now, then go stop there, drop passenger, people go change, people where they go New
I have
Benin.
something to say there, sir. That
May I
is why.
finish? Yeah, people where they go New Benin, people where they go TED, people where they go Ring Road, then go stop them
Oh,
there.
sir, I want to correct that place. That is why I told you that. Did you know that people that go there don't supposed to pass Rama Park? They're supposed to pass between Bendeburi and Guinness. That is called 100 feet at upper. But they refuse to tie. It's a federal road, but they refuse to do it.
Yeah, Mr. Dua, I get with you the talk completely. You see, before you even reach INEC office there's another road supposed to connect Aduwawa through go Bini Agbo Road. Then from there, you feel they go where you they go. And there's even supposed to be a bypass earlier on where you go fit a bypass the whole of Ramat Park. But because of the strategic location of the city, maybe if you take that bypass, now what about people will go just stop after Army Barrack? What then go do? So that bypass now, so that overhead, we're supposed to just start before Ramat Park, go after Army Barrack, just before you enter slope, they go down. You understand? So in that way, you avoid all those wahala where they happen for that place. And also the same thing, people where they come from Bini Agbo Road, the same thing, they don't need to come the town, they come inside Ramat Park again. Don't just take them straight to town or to wherever they are going to. Now, so once you do them like that, that place will be congested. And what about every 4 days? It will be market day. We see the crowd there, everybody on the floor. The whole thing is so messed up. We really need to accept that. Well, like I said, it's our different perspective, and we cannot change the opinions of others. Like we are just here to enriching the debates, to educate people. And while we were discussing, two other people came to this panel, and that's Timi Ndibi. We want to say good evening to you, and Ikponsa Omorege Peter. Although Mr. Ikponsa has been around since, but somehow we managed to miss his name. So, Mr. Ikponsa Omorege Peters, welcome. Timi Ndibi, welcome. If you people have not used the like and the share button or the dollar sign, please do. It is your responsibility. It's the way you can contribute to the broadcast. The next person on the show will be Madam Rita, the Queen of Black Soup. Madam Rita, the mic is yours. Please talk to us. We'd love to hear your voice. Thank you.
Yes, Domo sir, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. P. Softs, Mr. Odua, Black Panther, Mr. Malik, and my brother Prince Collins, and my lovely mommy Diaspora. I love you, Mama. And Mr. Elvis, greetings to all my brothers and sisters in the comment section. Good afternoon. I just want to follow up on what Mr. Odua was saying about bridges. I do not believe that Edo State do not need a bridge or bridges, plural. Because, Mr. Odua, if you look at the population of Edo State now, the entire state, I'm not just talking about Benin City now, the population has increased significantly. When population increase, you also have more vehicles on the road. And people are building more houses. More estates are being built. What do? This is where civilization comes in. If our forefathers thought it that we need to build a moat to protect the city, it means they must have sat down and realized that we are a great empire. Definitely we would have enemies. How are we going to protect our heritage, culture, our men and women, and our future generations? How are we going to protect our territory? How can we do it? Apart from the human, resources that they had, they said, you know what? Let us go beyond. Let us see if we can build a moat. That moat, I believe, was built for, I think, over 300 years. So you can imagine from generation to generation, Every king, every Oba that came, they understood the assignment. That is civilization. That is civilization. They also understood that the population is going to increase. They also understood that they had many enemies. They also knew that, you know what, if you can do this, we will have a reputation of that place you cannot even go in as an enemy because you're not going to go out free. So when we're talking about building bridges, apart from, it's not really about beautification per se, but in this 21st century, I don't know when last you went to Benin, Mr. Odua, but Benin is not the way it used to be anymore. There's a lot of changes. The population has increased significantly. If you live in GRA and you want to go to Ugbo, it is not a 15-minute drive. Why do you have bridges? One of the main reasons for even having bridges is, apart from joining communities, ease of traffic, and also reduction in fuel consumption. I don't know, I think you live in Italy, yeah. But I don't know if the population is increasing or where you are, you know, you see that, okay, they are building more houses. And when they are building houses, you see them also build like a shopping complex as well. You see them build schools close to it, you know, and you see road construction happening because the government of that country, they've projected within a certain number of years, this is what's going to happen here. So let's start building. They might even tell you, okay, we are building this bridge. It's going to last 3-4 years. Where I am in Ontario, there's a bridge that's being built. In fact, they even called, they said this bridge is going to cost $21 billion. And they explained how long this bridge is going to be. Yes. And it's going to take a significant number of years, but it's there. So any government that comes, any premier of my province that comes, they know that that project has to go on because it will be beneficial to the people, beneficial for development, and they know that the population is increasing. So when you talk about bridge, it's not just about beautification, it's more than that. Ease of vehicular traffic. If you want to go to, let's say from Ekewan Road now, if I let me not use Ekewan, let me say from Ikoba Hill now, maybe you want to connect it somehow to that will lead you to Amagba. You can have a two-way bridge that can, you will just forget about passing through Ring Road, forget about passing Akpakpava. You just have a bridge that takes you direct. And anybody who is coming from Agbada that wants to go to Ikubahi, they want to go to Agbo, they know that they can take that route. It's faster for them. Less petroleum, less fuel usage. There's a lot of benefits of having a bridge. This is just Benin City we're talking about. We haven't talked about Edo Central. We haven't talked about Edo North, where we have a lot of natural resource. Edo North, we have granite, we have so many solid minerals. Where do you think those things are going to? Does Edo State forbid development? That's the question I keep asking. Even the so-called development we're talking about, common road, do we forbid Julius Berger? Is Julius Berger, is it banned or is it a taboo for Julius Berger or Lubricks to come to Edo State and construct a solid road? Many of you here, you probably civil engineers, many of you have brothers too. You have cousins, you even see it. Road constructions in the country, I'm talking to those in diaspora. I don't know if you are you notice things around you, but when you see when they're doing road construction, please look very well. Look very well. Take time to take picture. If possible, take a video and say, this is how road construction is being done. There's no excuse of, oh, because it's raining. In winter here, everybody knows Canada is cold. Winter period, fall, it is cold. I see men walking at night, 2 a.m., 1 a.m., even during the day, the snow is falling. They are working. They are working, constructing rail. Near my house, they're constructing a rail. They've been doing it for the past 3 years. When they started that project, they gave everybody, the information about this is what's going to happen. Every day there's a change. When you wake up in the morning, you see something has changed. They have fixed one part of the rail. Crossover. This is between two cities now. Crossover within a city. So please, when we're talking about development, let us not reduce it to the fact that development or civilization stopped during our forefathers' time. Civilization is a continuum. It has to continue. Because in the next 100 years, all of us speaking, we will not be alive. That is a fact. But what are we going to leave behind for our children? What are we going to leave behind for our states? That's what we're talking about. And the government, they have these resources. There's nothing wrong in paying tax. Everybody pays tax. The country you live in, I don't know about Europe, but the country where I live in, I know I pay tax. So if something is not right, I can go to the mayor's office, I put it in writing, and somebody will respond to me because I pay tax and I see the development happening. Nigerians know how to, Edo people were willing to pay tax. The government said you are willing to pay. But however, when we start to see what they're using the money for, and it's making everywhere looking good, there's development. People will be willing to pay more and support you. But when people are paying tax, exorbitant prices, there's poverty, the quality of life has been reduced drastically. People start to question, why are you collecting money? Yes, sir. Mr. Chris, you called me.
Yeah, I said please round up. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's just we need to really be thinking civil. Like we need to think outside the box. And for Abure and that lady, Mr. P-Soft, anything goes in Nigeria. I don't know, how you understand how Nigerian system works, and I'm sure you know, but in reality, those things can happen. If ghost workers can exist in the federal ministries, somebody signing just a political party, somebody signing a signature of a deceased person, it's very, very possible. It's very possible. And like I think what one of the panels said, I don't know whether Mr. Odua or Mr. Malik said, she's part of the executives. So for her to even come out and say this, she knows that they would ask her to come and bring proof. And I believe she has proof. So she's daring them because they know that what she's saying is the truth. I mean, that's a grown woman. She wouldn't just put that thing out there. Mr. Chris, thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Rita. I'm sorry we were shorting the time. Well, it's okay. We'll have a second round for you. Mr. Nanjawaj, if you are listening to us, please give us our mandate. It's at the backstage, and she will kindly let in. Madam Rita, your submission was quite deep, and there was a statement that you made that I think is fundamental. Every other thing revolves around that statement. He said when they were building the moats, it took them over 300 years. It was actually over 800 years. But the most important thing you said was that the Obas that were coming after each other, they all understood the task, that it is a project that must be completed. I think that summarizes everything. That is exactly the problem we are having as a nation. Because successive government, they don't understand the task. Every person, this one will just come and start doing something I don't know. The other one will come and start his own policy. And that is why we are making so many movements, but no progress. Not until successive administration understand the task. And that simple task is taking Nigeria from where it is to where it ought to be. We are never going to move anywhere. Thank you very much for that fundamental statement. And Mr. Njawos, thank you so much for give us our mandate in. And the show continues. Prince Collins.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Black Panther. You are ready?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Black Panther, talk to us. The floor is yours. 8 minutes.
If I don't know.
Don't know, sir. You go maintain. No, I don't tell you. You
don't die. They misjive. When they misjive, you go soon take your leg hit too. Don't worry.
Nigeria tolerate you. Me, I don't
the time they come when you go take your when you see
Black Panther talk to us.
The time go moderate. Now that time you go take your leg hit stone tire. Don't worry.
Talk to us. Me, I don't sabi forgive like Nigeria. My own punishment.
Okay.
Talk to us.
I want to thank everybody. Thank Nigeria Watch. I want to thank our partners in progress, the patriots on Nigeria Watch that are speaking, that are talking every day, that are doing personal investigation every day concerning what is going on in the country and how we're going to make progress. I want to thank the listener all around the world, the commenters. May God bless every one of you. Aboaze, God will continue to bless you and give you many more years. In Jesus' mighty name. I want to say, Mommy, we love you. We'll continue to love you and pray for you in Jesus' mighty name. I want to say something here. Before I move further, I want to give one parable. The reason why I'm going to give it, I want to thank everyone for how we have gone. We are moving forward and we are going to get to our destination. Well, yeah, we are playing the politics right here too. Yesterday we made a fundamental breakthrough, and the Americans are ready to decide who's going to be their next president. And the glass will be broken, and I pray it get broken so that we can have something that we can call the jailbreaker, and history will be made once again, and the world will be pleased about how we elect leaders all over the world and the standard you look at in electing leaders. I want to also say one parable here. To some Igbos that are pretending not to know anything about IPOB, but they are participating in it. I want to say, I understand you guys, because the Yedeba you people played in Washington DC. We have seen the tape. We now know why you people are doing such thing that is annoying a lot of Nigerians. And when the time comes, I will send this video to Nigeria and I'll open the canker worm here. Thank you to everybody. I want to say today's video, Mr. Peaceop, God bless you. Like I said yesterday, you are a very intelligent person and smart. I respect you. When you learn, sometimes I look at the content behind what you're saying. Like the other time I said this was not the right time because of the ethnic whatever that is implanted inside it. That is a personal thing. You can put it aside. When the right time comes, we play the game. But I want to respect your intelligence, your doggedness, and your smartness. That is who we are in Edo State. I will continue to be like that. It is God-given. We are bold and respectful. I want to say here that today, what Mr. Peaceop said about the lady, I want to pinpoint one thing. You see, what he said is true. I concur to it. And I also respect the ideas that any other person brought in using the Nigerian concept. Yes. But let us look at it. Let us look at what he said. Now, if you withdraw money from a dead man account, you are indicting the bank, and no bank will love to be indicted in that kind of a situation because it is just one person. Banks have multitude of customers in the millions. So we have to look at that. And we have something again that I picked out of what he said is that one man cannot sign to pull out money in a party. One man is not a signatory. There must be signatories to that account. And if those signatories is not collated, that money cannot move out. So what that lady is saying, she is not saying the truth. She does not say the truth. If you have participated in political party and the political structure, especially the financial part of it, there must be two to three signatories to every account before money can be pulled out. It's a process. It might be done in illegally or legally. Illegally, what I mean is that 2 or 3 people will connive to take the money, but one man cannot pull out that money because the money is a dead man money and is a public figure, and the bank will take note immediately that is announced. So there is a sort of a question mark, a red flag in that argument, in what she presented to the world. There's a
Black
sort of
Panther,
red flag there. Yes,
Black
ma'am.
Panther. There's
Yes,
something that
ma'am.
you forgot. She said emphatically that the money went to his wife's account and his siblings' accounts.
Yes, yes, yes. I know that one. What I'm saying is that where piece of is coming from, it just made a yes, sir.
Randolph, sir.
No, that finish now. Not the 8 minutes.
1
You
minute.
take my time now. 8 minutes now.
1 minute.
You forgot to say you take my time.
Okay. Okay. Yes, that's true. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Because there are signatories to that account. Before money can be pulled out in any organization, it's just a protocol. That is a norm. There must be 2 or 3 signatories to that account.
Must be
because
three. Must be three.
Because it's not owned by one man. So there's a red flag in our argument. So let us see if she will come up with the full details of it all. We cannot judge now, but I concur with what Piece of said. And I want to say concerning Edo State, we never develop if we don't change our mindset and the standard of selecting our leaders in Edo State. If we don't change the mindset of this tribalistic, rotational, whatsoever they call it, that's the bane of our problem. And those that are gathering themselves to say they are talking about picking from one side, they are all being induced, like I said, either by tribe or financial inducement. Those are the 2 things that are troubling every organization in Nigeria. And it's now a norm in every fiber of Nigerian, both home and abroad. It's existing. It's left for us to purge it out or to remain in that. And if it remains in us, we are not going to make progress. And Mr. Obi said one thing that I picked, Mr. Obi, is in line. The fundamental things of Nigerian issue is the constitution. You hear he was talking about the parliamentary system to save costs. That is his direction. Like we said here, that Mr. Obi cannot perform excellently well if that constitution is not changed. He knows it. I've been spreading it and I've been saying it. If we does not concur with it, if we don't discuss our existence as a nation, we'll continue to swim in this dirty water that will consume everybody, and to God save every one of us. What are we going to leave for the next generation? We will be abused, we will be cursed that we didn't do nothing to change the system. Now is our time to keep speaking this word. There must be a constitutional review. There must be a constitutional change. There must be everything that will revoke that illegal constitution that will put forward by a decree by Abu Salami. We must stand our ground. If that's the only thing we fight for, let us fight for it headlong. As the South Africa fought against apartheid headlong. Many people are going to come down, but let us fight headlong. If we don't fight headlong, we'll not get it. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. May God bless every one of us.
Yeah, and amen, and you too. Well, thank you very much. Give us our Black Panther for your submission. I'm always passionate. Yeah, I like that. And let me just quickly welcome the people that are joining us. And George Efosa Igbinedion, welcome to the show. And Don Anthony, welcome to the show. Oga Abuazi, Don Anthony, they apologize to you, whatever, and they apologize for, make you accept, make we continue as we did before. Yeah, so let's move to the next person, and that will be Prince Collins. Are you there? Talk to us. It's good to have you on the show, Prince Collins. It's so nice to have you. Good evening, sir.
Thank
Talk
you
to
very
us.
much. Thank you, Chris. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. Our viewers at home, my fellow panelists. Thank you all. Mommy Diaspora, special greetings. Elvis, shall be well with you. And those in our comment section, we are all active participants in this studio. Not much to say. It would be better for me to be on the background, just be listening. Well, I think personally, what is happening in Labour Party right now is very important. It's a very important issue. But we might be looking at it from a different
views or opinion. In the old days, political parties, used to sponsor candidates like more than 90%, and the candidates were very, very loyal to the party. Were very, very loyal to the party. They respect the political party, they respect the agenda of the party, they respect the manifestos, they follow it up. Manifesto of the party used to be what we make an aspirant go check before they can aspire in that political party. First of all, they have to wait with their personal interest and personal intention as a politician, whether it's in line with their own ideology. And by so doing, cross-carpeting was very, very, difficult. And it was not done unnecessarily the way it is today. By so doing, anti-party activities was not there. It was zero. Zero tolerance to anti-party activity. Because the credibility and dignity of the party comes first. And you can't do what Wike is doing right now, or did in the last transition. That was a loud misbehavior and disrespect for party, whereby you be in party A and strongly work with party B and even say it in public, nothing happens to you. That is an evidence of how Nigeria has deteriorated in terms of corruption, in terms of disloyalty, in terms of disrespect to the masses, in terms of finish to the electorate. And embezzlement was at its minimum because the party leader allowed the party reputation and manifesto come first. I can still remember those days when we have the likes of Obagana Kigibe during military regime and others that were leaders of the party and how they represented the party. And other leaders then. Not the way it is now, whereby you see people come out, become political party chairman or chairman or ESCOs, and their first intention is to use the party to enrich themselves. Some of them are richer than a state governor, and they are there. All this is change in the beginning of our Third Republic. There you have the likes of Tony Anini calling even members that are going to House of Assembly in Sokoto State, coming to play loyalty to him under the party as a party leader, coming to Uromi to play loyalty and drop bags of money. It's a pity that this is happening. And the way it is going in the Labour Party now shows that with time, things are not going to remain the same. And I want to, give kudos to those that are actually in forefront to make sure that the corrupt members of the party are exposed. Even it is the fact that corruption is the order of the day. Justice are not given to those that are in the forefront of corruption, but we still have to continue fighting, struggling for it. Just as our brother Black Panther is advocating right now against the zoning, which we know that is a dangerous element. The only way we can fight against it is to keep talking, keep educating the people, keep our public enlightenment, create awareness as much as we can. So that is that note. coming back to Edo State, I think the problem of Edo State, as regard infrastructure and development, started during the likes of governors like Major Digi Oyegu and all those people. I always regret whenever I talk about those people. They mess up that state. They started all this nonsense. Whereby we have a governor that have come from Benin City, Edo, Nobaye, that have his dignity and reputation for the palace, came and mess up the city. Only what he did was to take our money, use it for whatever he likes. There was no single infrastructure amenities that were put in place. 8 years of nothing. It's like 16, 20 years of backwards. Because what that government would have done, there's no government that would do it. Never again. Just like Benin used to say, "Oh, Iramawiye, Wasona, Ariawe," because you can't turn back the hand of time. Those are the kind of people that drew us back and kept us in perpetual suffering, kept the land in shambles for a very long time. 8 years is not a joke. Today, we accuse so many of the people that are performing in government today that they are not working. But that period, they didn't do anything at all. I was an eyewitness to everything. Apart from a good speech, nothing was done. All the resources wasted, shared among party leaders and party chieftains.
My brother, round up, sir.
Yeah. So, moving forward, we have to keep talking, speaking, to see if they will do the right thing. At any point in time, we shouldn't let our voice loose. We should keep speaking. And by the grace of God, we might have the best anytime. Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, that was quite intense, although it was coming slowly, gradually, laboriously. It was intense. And even that Igun Street where you talk about now, may we not forget, say, now Botticelli, now do that place so, in collaboration with the government, not even the government. Well, Italian people will call them Botticelli. Yeah, now them do that road, not even that government. That government just pack the whole money come out. Well, I get with it, it surprised me here. My people, I don't feel beg all of us when we use the like and the share button. But I just surprised, man, the thing, no, they go up. I beg. And people where they this panel, where they, especially the people where they listen to us, people where they comment. I go call all of una name or make una before Black Panther, the last person talk. I beg, make una use the like button, make una use the share button. If una go fit, make una still use the dollar sign. Make una subscribe to this station. I know say we still get the 1 million man target where we dey look onto, and we hope say we go fit achieve am. Make una use the button or I go call una name. Give us our mandate, they ready. If I call name soon because I want to see this share. I want to see the like go up. I want to see am physically. George Efosa Agbenedion, I greet you well. Make una use the button. Don Anthony, Abuazi, Oga Spina, make una use am. Desmond Triple E, Patience Egianlua, Paradigm Concept, Michael Okata. Una good evening. Una do well for joining this program, but make una use that button. Aniagba Emeka, Stella Afini, Mercy Foster, Madam Peggy Modi, Utazi Ikechukwu, yes, I got that right. Abe Johnny, Ikpomosa, Teddy Osage Idehen. Una good evening. Nigeria was true. We salute for una. Say, but that button might be the thing. Make una use them. Una try the comment. I did see una comment there. Very civil. The whole comment is going as expected, and everybody is just contributing and sharing their opinions and views. Madam Ijidima, you did there. I see you. Divine Cross, Jejelaye, Nick Lost. Nick Lost, they claim say in the IPOB. Waiting they happen. Nothing at all. I like that word, you know. We have to be proud of whatever we are. Manuel Ferrari, Madam Amebright, you did there with us. Make una use the button. Madam Tusabi, I see you. Simple cooking, I beg. Make una use that button. Oh. Those 3 buttons. Make una use them. And of course, I know go feel leave Timmy in DB. Ikponwosa Morege Peter. And the 2, last but not be least, Idemudia Patient and Agio Deborah. Make una use the button. And the people for the panel. Mommy Diaspora, they greet all of you now. She don't say make we greet Peace Soft, Black Panther, Mr. Oduwa, Madam Rita, Prince Collins, and give us our mandate. Mommy Diaspora, they greet you now. Abdul Malik. The reason why I call you last is say Mommy Diaspora, right? Say no retreat, no surrender. Because Abdul Malik, your own, you go they talk and small, but you must get to where you they go. Well, my people now say it's supposed to be. Like Nigeria was the talk, make una not grieve for any person. Hold on to your belief, be civil about it, do everything you can to defend what you believe in. But that does not mean that you should use the process to encroach into other people's territory. It's very good we set rules, we respect our boundaries and respect other people's boundaries. But once we have a belief, we have to hold on and run away with it. It's just one life after all. And Prince Collins just tell us finish waiting Benin parable talk. If you sleep where you not sleep for night, you don't finish. Even if you sleep for afternoon, you know, will be like sleep for night again. My people now, so we say I don't throw away challenge, I don't call all of our names. Make I say the like, the share button, they go on. This broadcast now special one. It took Nigeria Watch a lot to be able to come on air this evening. So my people, make una use those buttons. At least make one person use the dollar sign. At least may we know say we are engaging. So and give us our mandates. Make you put mouth for this matter. We want to hear your perspective of what's going on in the country. We know you are going to come from a different angle, but whatever angle you are coming from.
Around me. Let me come later. I have noise around me.
Okay, and give us our mandate. It happens that you are supposed to be the last person. And yeah, so we are just going to cruise to the second round. I'll be waiting for confirmation from Mr. Nigeria Watch if you will be allowed to use your normal 8 minutes. I'll be very glad if you can allow it. But the rules are the rules. So on that note, we are going to move straight to the final submission, and that will be the second round. As we all know, it's 4 minutes per person. You see, in this final 4 minutes, you can use these minutes to bring out the innermost desires, the things that you forgot to say before, and the things that you think that can move your nation forward. Just say it how it is. Do it respectfully and do it because it is your right. It is your right as a Nigerian. It is only in Nigeria that you have the full right as a citizen, not just honorary citizen or somebody that a passport or nationality has been bequeathed to, but you are born with it. Your great grandfather can be traced to this land. You are part and parcel of the country. So speak your mind. Don't be afraid of any person. So in our final conclusion, the first person will be, as usual, Mr. P-Soft. If you are there, talk to us. And I hope you have used the like button and the share button. And thank you so much for holding on. So P-Soft, talk to us. 4 minutes, the floor is yours. Good evening, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. You see, I want to talk one thing. You see, it be like say most of our people don't trust in all of our system again at all. You see, the thing they fear me too. You kind of like, if waiting that woman talk, say that thing to happen. Say they can't use dead person signature after 2 months till they use and they collect money. The man don't buy you, he don't die. Bank send condolence message to Labour Party for the loss of their chairman. So the bank constantly they use the man's signature, they pay people. But then they say the man don't die because normally the signature will immediately become inactive until Labour Party send again new approved signatory to the account before that account can be, used. That thing when this woman talking, if people hear them for our side, investors hear them, they go run from the country. It simply means that by tomorrow morning, the director of that bank should be picked up by the EFCC, because that statement could cost Nigeria a very heavy price. Nigeria as a whole. That accusation. Sometimes when people talk, people don't weigh the weight of the accusation. You have to look at the weight of these accusations. The lady might be bitter against Julius Abure. That's her business. See, we must be careful. She must be careful, so that she will not become the victim of tomorrow. Because she just indicted the whole bank, that whole bank, and it's a big problem. And I'm waiting for Kenneth Okonkwo, because I like his grammar. He talks a lot of grammar, and I like him, because this is an opportunity, this is an opening for them to write a petition against that bank. If they have all this information, any Labour Party member could do this. It does not necessarily need to come from from the top Labour Party members. They should petition against the director of that bank immediately and write petition to the EFCC. That's how it works. So she don't just be coming on air to tell us all these bogus things that even the presenter that was asking her the question would be shocked at that level. Manarita, I really do appreciate your input when you talk about the civil servant. Yeah, civil servant is completely different from this. I want you to understand that. Civil servant, is a shaded something. You have ghost workers, you understand. But this one is a national party chairman that the banks knew that this man had died, and they sent a condolence message. Automatically, his signature becomes inactive. I expect Kenneth Okonkwo to look into this, because he's a lawyer, so he should be able to, give us a feedback. I really do appreciate everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother. So this time we will not agree for any person, despite the differing opinions and different view in your first submission. And it is quite interesting that you continue in that trajectory, and now you backed it up with different other perspective, and that's quite good, and that's how it should be. Yeah, we'll just move on to the next person, and the way it is here, that will be Black Panther. Black Panther, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, just before you talk, Black Panther, after you, so that the other people will be ready. Abdul Malik, it will be you. After Abdul Malik, and Mr. Oduwa, it will be you. After Mr. Oduwa, and Prince Collins. After Prince Collins, give us our mandate, and Madam Rita will be rounding up the show. But before that, give us our mandate. After Abdul Malik, give us our mandate. If I have not heard anything from Mr. Nanjawa, then you talk to us for 8 minutes. Thank you. Black Panther.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, nothing is impossible. Black Panther, sorry, nothing is impossible in Nigeria. It might be surprising. Nothing is impossible there.
That's true now. Not true now. Everything possible for Nigeria. Thank you once again, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Chris from Finland.
You don't change, I'll not be Dublin again. Talk to us.
Russia, the trek they come with me to now.
So yeah, talk to us.
Okay, I want to thank you very much. You're doing a great job. Thank you for your steadfastness. I want to send this message out again. They never hear me well. I hope all of you know what they call Yedeba. Mr. Chris.
Yeah, we know him now. That one we
you know the meaning of Yedeba.
Do for me, I do for you.
Rub my back, I rub your back. I am sounding this thing to some Igbo light. The Yedeba you people are involved in. That you think you can throw support at anything just to get that Yedeba intact. It's not going to work. By time goes on, I will explain that Yedeba, you people are participating in it with a video. I'm sending the message down now. They know what the message I'm sending down. They were all smiling when they were talking. I saw the thing in them, and I'm giving them that message. The people are involved in to damn all consequences, but to make sure that the irrelevant and the bad people become leaders just for you to get what you want will not work. Because what you sow is what you're going to reap. I want to say here, there are no people. Every one of us should be wise. Because we are born kings and we possess authority. Let us use that authority in us and look into everything we are about to do by next week to vote the right person, not the person you put in and will come back and you start regretting the way you regretted voting for Baseki. Like I have said, the two political parties that have demeaned the country and demeaned the state to its bare minimum of poverty, we should not recognize them. We should chart a new course. And that new course is for us to try somebody we've not tried before, a party we've not tried before. And we have seen what they are doing in other states. They are closer to the people and they function with the people, not to exercise authority over the people as if they are stooges and slaves. Vote Oluchi Opara of the Labour Party to break all this Inyendeba they are doing. We must break it because PDP, APC is never the best party we can vote to bring Edo State to what we are talking about. Good roads, pipe-borne water, good bridges, and good landscaping all over Edo State to bring in and attract investors like everyone in the diasporas that are hungry to go back to Edo State to invest in their motherland. That is it. We must vote for El Labour Party. Oluchi Opara is the man that we look for. Thank you very much, and may God bless every one of us.
Amen. And you too. And thank you very much, Mr. Black Panther. Thank you for that submission, and thank you for your time with us. Give us our mandate. Get ready after Abdul Malik. So if we get a confirmation from Nigeria Watch, yeah, we'll follow the confirmation. But if we don't, give us our mandate after Abdul Malik. You talk to us for 8 minutes. Oga Abdul Malik, make you talk to us. Good evening, sir.
Oga Chris, are you looking for me?
I be say, give us our mandate income after we don't finish the first round. So we'll be the wait confirmation whether maybe we give an 8 minutes or 4 minutes.
Give her 8, I beg. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So Abdul Malik, make you talk to us so you don't reach your turn. For Benin, they say, or don't we have some like I boyo if how did they talk and say if village head reach your hand, not be waiting this surprising. So today, village head don't reach your hand. Abdul Malik, may you talk to us.
Yeah, good evening once again, Mr. Chris.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, you see, we all know in any organization, before money will be withdrawn in that organization, either treasurer or financial secretary and the president or chairman, they must be signed. You see, in Nigeria, anything can possible because you are talking about FCC. Where is Yahaya Bello today? Yahaya Bello have been proved how many billions of naira embezzled, but till today, FCC have not caught this man. Nigeria, the system is not working. If you are talking about FCC law, you are talking about the country that system work. Nigeria, the system is not working. Anything can happen in the country. This woman is one of the executive members. You know what she's saying. But I'm not telling you she's saying the right thing, but they verify. Yes, it can possible in Nigeria. Anything can possible in that country. Because the country is mixed, because there is no system is working. If EFCC is there, where is Yahaya Bello today? How many months now? He has not been proved. but he's still living in that country. There is nothing is working in the country. Let us not deceive ourselves. Yeah, that is just, you see, in those states, they need to vote for Olumide Tabis because it will save money for them. As he did it before when he was an MBA chairman. He will do it. He will still do it again. He will save money for them, and he will try to develop the state. It's not that it's 100% cent, but it will be better than others. Yes, that is what I see. They should both vote for him. But the way the election is going now, it's like PDP and APC. They are trying by all means to rig the election. Yeah, it's not that 100%. They are trying to make sure they rig the election, especially APC. That is what they are trying to do. That's why you see today they banned vigilante in Benin. There is no more vigilante in Benin. There is Benin government vigilante. They stop it according to the Nigeria Federal Police. They want to rig the election to that man, to APC. And if they rig the election, I believe nobody will do anything because the way the country is going. Because that very day, if they rig the election, if they're quiet, they will succeed. But if they rise up, the citizen, they will not succeed. Yeah, they need to do something about that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And thank you so much, Abdul Malik. Thank you for that wonderful presentation. And while we were busy presenting our thoughts on the issues surrounding our nation, and some other people joined the panel, and I would just like to recognize them. Gift, I14. I hope I got that right. Obi Achuku and Everest Kelobo Ova. Una welcome to the show. If una never use the like button and the share button and even the dollar sign, make una use them. Once again, Everest Kelobo Ova, welcome. Obi Achuku, welcome. And Gift I14, welcome. And give us our mandate. It don't reach your turn, so you have to talk to us 8 minutes, and you will also have the opportunity of giving your final submission. So first of all, talk to us for 8 minutes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris. Greetings to you and the panelists and everyone. Greetings to Mr. Helvis. Greetings to you, Mommy Diaspora, comment section, everyone. Greetings to everyone. Thank you for allowing me. Thank you for the time. I do appreciate it. Well, I think as Nigerians, right, I don't want us to either believe or behave as if we don't know the country that we come from. And I'm going somewhere. The current MBA chairman, the secretary or the treasurer came out. The last financial report presented by them, the lady was not among the people that did the financial report. That's MBA. Under Maikawa, or Maikawa is his name. Today, why results is being forged all over the nation, and why has not taken anybody to court? In the last election, the governor of Enugu State was taken to court because of what? Forged NYC certificates. Do you know what the court said? The court now have to tell NYC that the certificate that the guy have is their certificate, even though they brought NYC officials to that place. The court told them that, oh, it is your certificate, so you must accept it. Now, on the issue of Labour Party, that lady may have said whatever she wants to say, but that does not mean it is impossible that such will happen. Is it not in our eyes here or in our ears here we are hearing that network experts in banks in Nigeria are the one now frauding customers' accounts in Nigeria? In fact, it is even brought to our notice that even directors of banks in Nigeria are even stealing from their clients. It is not alleged, it's over the news. So let's not act as if this one is the strange news. I don't know for how long you might have left Nigeria. The list is everywhere. In fact, your current president, forged certificate. He didn't only forge certificates in Nigeria, he forged certificates from Chicago. And we are asking that, hey, there is not if it is Nigeria, there is nothing that is impossible. It is not in same Nigeria people go for medical surgery. Before they get home, one of their kidneys already missing. If it is Nigeria, under the current government and under the system that we have today, there is nothing that is impossible. More so, the party can decide what they want to do. Did they even send a notice to the bank and say, okay, this person is dead? The organization reserve the right to have sent a notice to them. You may think that, oh, the person is dead. His signature is not needed anymore. But the organization did they even take any clue to even act on that? So for me, there is not. If it is Nigeria, there is nothing that's impossible. In as much as even the president in court is a criminal drug baron, and up until today, the Supreme Court is still saying that the certificates. I don't even know what they even say about the certificates saga. So there's no Nigeria that can act as a saint. The bishops, the pastors, the Geo on the Geo, they know what is happening. Even them now, they use all this little microfinance bank. Do you know that they use them as money laundering allegedly? So my people, now Nigeria, you are in Nigeria born. Let's not act as if we are saints. We know what is happening in our country. There's no roof we fall, and nothing will happen. Oluchi has indicted not only Abure, she has indicted the bank. And if the bank is honorable enough, let them defend it. It's not the first time she's saying it. She has said it some months ago. This is a reporter against Abure. So let them come and defend themselves. And then for Edo State, I was glad seeing Olumide Apata sat down today at the CSO meeting, talking with the people. That is how governance work. That is governance, addressing issues. And one that came up is the issue of marriage. Olumide just told them, I'm married, but how does that even affect the election? Is it Olumide's wife that is running for the office of the government of the governor? And that's why, as a people, we behave as if we don't even know what is happening. Now, my brother that spoke earlier said 8 years. You were years from days ago saying 8 years is not enough for Basaki. But for those people in those days, 8 years is even more. Where do we stand? And that's the issue with Nigeria. If it is for me, it is good. If it is not for others, oh, it's not good. Do you know what 8 years means in a man's life? Then add another 8 years. Add another 8 years. Buhari did 8 years. Only God will help us that this one will not even cross 4 years. Because if you cross 4 years, add it to your years, add it to my age. The people are finished. This government are not even know where they are going. So my people, Olumide Apata is the clear choice. Do it for him. Let him liberate the state. I think I saw also in a video where they were asking them to sign a peace accord. Well, I'm not against the peace accord, but the last peace accord that was signed, what was the outcome? And the man asking them to sign peace accord, who is he? All these wicked men destroying our country for their own self-aggrandizement and then for their own self-will. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much. I was just going to tell you to round up, and then, yeah, you rounded up at the very minute I wanted to say that, that's telepathic communication. And thank you so much. It was our mandate. You always deliver. You always hit it where it pains much. Yeah. And so we'll just continue in the broadcast. Yeah, but before that, I think we have some new people. Stella Imasemedo, welcome to the show. There's no way I could have missed your name, Madam Stella Imasemedo. And Destiny Biosa, welcome also to the show. So the next person will be Mr. Odua.
Mr. Chris, Mr.
Yes,
Chris,
sir. Yes,
please,
sir.
sir, if you allow me for maybe 10 or 15 seconds.
Yes,
I
please.
think even we ourselves on this channel, right?
Yeah.
And I thank God for the man, the owner of the channel, Mr. Elvis Onyedija, the Money Diaspora. I think if we are standing against something, let it start from this temple. Let it start from this temple.
Yeah.
We must in all ways fight against tribalism, sectionalism, and nepotism. Because that is the hallmark of what we are facing as a problem today. I tell you honestly, I'm not a perfect human being, but I can eat with anybody. In as much as you're a Nigerian, we can roll together until you prove otherwise. We can roll together. And until we employ that mind, we are not going anywhere. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you are perfectly right. And then you understand these are the core principles of Mr. Nigeria Watch. And anytime it comes to tribalism, ethnicity, nepotism, it can take anything. But when it comes to these three vices, sorry to say, he usually treats them with dispatch. If you see the people that have been removed from the WhatsApp group, maybe they are pardoned again. These are the three crimes that people can barely escape from Nigeria Watch. It's zero tolerance to these three things you mentioned about here. So that is it. Yeah, that's what this station stands for, and it will continue to be like that. And once again, let me welcome Stella Emma Semedo and Destiny Biosa. A Paudua, if you are there, make you talk to us, make you talk to your people. Paudua, wherever. And Paudua is not immediately available. We go to Prince Collins. Prince Collins, if you are there, and please talk to us.
Yeah, briefly, let me quickly, few minutes counter certain things. When it comes to election.
And Prince Collins, you go pause for 10 seconds. I did that on purpose. I want to get everybody attention. Make I use this opportunity. Thank Madam Peggy Modi. Madam Peggy Modi, we thank you so much. I want me somebody done the talk before I go talk. And thank you so much for buying this station a cup of coffee. We really appreciate you. And yeah, and it takes a lot for somebody to be able to do this. It's not only on the value of whatever it is that you are giving, but it's the show of commitment, the show of belief on whatever is going on in this channel. And thank you so much, Madam Peggy Modi, once again. I saw that earlier on, but I just wanted somebody to be talking so that I can stop the person and everybody hear what I'm going to say. Peggy Modi, Madam Peggy Modi, once again, thank you so much. Yeah, my brother, Prince Collins, now in my cut short. Sorry for cutting your trend of thought, but it was for a purpose. We are there together. You're not old man for this station. That make me
That's fine. That's fine. There's no issue at all.
For your turn. So make you continue.
No, it's no issue at all.
Thank you, sir.
What I'm trying to say is that politics, election is not a draw or die affair. It's like 8 years has become a big issue that I said 8 years is not.
It be reach my body.
It's not. They called you didn't answer. So when I finish, probably you'll be cut, sir. So 8 years, like I said before, before I start to talk, I will always say that there is no, in terms of performance, there is no government all over the country that is really doing what they are supposed to do. Then I will come down to compare what is on ground. Even if the best performance has 20%, is going to be first, and the second performer has 10%, is going to be second. So that cannot be overemphasized. So when I say 8 years, it's not too long. Actually, 8 years is not forever. So I repeat, I stand by my words. I'm not saying 8 years is enough to do everything. You can't turn a state to paradise under 8 years. That's why democracy is a continuity. So when I say 8 years, it's not an issue that you will start emphasizing because I now said another 8 years was wasted. So what I'm saying is that 8 years wasted is like 16 years backward. So if there is performance and people are saying that the performance is not enough, it's not a yardstick because we are campaigning to emphasize on it as if maybe someone has spoken ill of anything. So if you are supporting a candidate, I'm coming. Let me finish. Don't interrupt me. When you were talking, I didn't interrupt you. When you are campaigning, when you have your own candidate, everybody have right. This is a democracy, and we have right to campaign for a candidate. So whatever you use at this point in time to campaign for your candidate is what you know best to campaign for your candidate. So we cannot hypnotize ourselves or subject ourselves to discrimination because of what we are saying. Because at this moment, we should know that this campaign is just for a short while, and it's going to take like possibly a week or two, and it's going to be over. And we shouldn't forget the purpose of coming together as one body. But at this present time, we have rights to campaign for a candidate because your choice of your candidate is purposely by you and not any other person. So your view as regarding one candidate cannot be the view of the second person. So for me, Aswin Godaro is best for the job right now. That is for me, and you can't change that. So Nigerians, though people support Aswin Godaro, if he wins, fine. If he's not going to win, that's fine. Most of us here won't be casting our votes. We are just airing our view because of our big interest. For me, Aswin Godaro is the best. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prince Collins, and thank you for accepting our apology for that earlier interjection. Yeah, we did it for the benefit of the station. Yeah, thank you so much, Prince Collins, once again. And we'll just move on to Mr. Adua. Mr. Adua, if you are ready, you talk to us. Mateka
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Ìwọ́dún wíwá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ àìbọ́yọ́
Baba just as I was saying before, let me repeat. I said it is no breach that Edo State or the city, which is known as the Benin City, need. When a person is going to Amagba, he is supposed to take Opa. There is a road. It's called 100 feet road. It goes to, what is the name? This welfare side or Ranomagewegbe. That's where the 100 feet came out at upper side. The road supposed to pass through between Guinness and Bendeburi. It's federal road. If that road were tied, there is no vehicle that is coming from upper Supomba that's supposed to come through Ibubahi or Ted. All of them supposed to go through that place. Even if you are going to Sapler, you're supposed to take them. Now, if you are going through to Uniben, there are multiple roads like is it Coste? Coste start from the moat, Victory. It's supposed to be federal road, wide road. Go direct to Uniben. When you enter Medica, from Medica, it then leads you. From there, straight to Uniben. If all those roads are being tied the way it's supposed to, we had many roads, Uwelu side or Ibaike side. We have roads that are supposed to be tied, which are not tied. These are the reason you see hold up in the one that they did. All the vehicles are forcing themselves into it. So it's not by overhead bridge, but it's to put the right road in the right, or even between third and second. There is a road from is it Virginia, something like that, Virginia, straight to Ekiosa or close to Ekiosa. If that road is being tied, people there will not be passing second or first or third. That road will be a major road. There are many roads which are supposed to be a major road, but they are not being tied. It's where you see that anyone that is not tied, people we are saying there's hold up. Now, even all this one that is tied, there are the road you're supposed to make it one way, but we leave it as two ways. So these are the reasons you see hold up. Even like first at Akpakpava, You don't supposed to be for. It's supposed to be runabout, but there is a runabout that's supposed to be there. You will come out through Igun. Igun, you go straight to Bubai. They're supposed to make some area there one way, but all are still two ways. That is why you find the hold up. It is the congestion. It is just because the people who are managing the so ever position you give to them are not the people supposed to be doing it. So that is what I can say. Not by you need overhead bridge or you need underground bridge. It is because put the right things in the right way. Cancel many double lane, make it single lane, and you will see if there will be hold up. As far as 200, you have a road in Edo. Let all those roads be tied. Okay, look at Xavier's road, they call it. The road was a wide road, very wide. When Osunbo time, they went and covered the road and put a gutter in the center. So these are the things that kill most of our road. So they should make it where the way it's supposed to be. And people that are building houses to cover, even putting fence, cover electrical inside their house. All those things are what is doing the state. So we should have wisdom by ourselves and know what is good to do and know the things that is bad. So, like, my time over.
When you round up, sir.
Okay, thank you. So even the government that are coming, those state people, they start selling the villages in the name of development. They sold nonsense, and now they are saying they did not tie those roads, they did not do this one. Do they have any plan before they sold those lands? And those places will have been the city that we have in the land today. But because the people have sold it with nonsense way, we are not complaining. So that is why we are not developing. We did not develop, but we make a fun of ourselves in the name of development. Sold all those property that are supposed to be kept for our grandchildren. So that is it. Thank you, Babak. Thank you, Mr. Nigeria. Thank everybody.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abure, for your submission. I think that road you are talking about, the 100-feet road, I think there's supposed to be a bridge somewhere. That one that's leading from Guinness Strait to the whole of Opasokbomba. It's supposed to be a bridge because the Uba River crisscross and the back of Guinness. I think there's a big moat there that the NDDC was supposed to have completed.
Yeah,
no, it did not get to moat. It did not close to moat at all. That road did not close to moat.
Ogola River.
But there's a river. There's a river. There's a bridge that's supposed to be there. There's a ditch, something like that that's supposed to be there.
River. That's Buba River. You call it Ogola River. If it's Buba River, yes, they will know.
Pass through the back of Guinness. That thing has been like that since my childhood. It's a shame that they've not done that. Well,
it's federal road, though. Federal road. It's supposed to be. Those are the reason we are saying we have what do they call senator? This. Those are the people supposed to make sure that road is being tied. Where are them? They will just go there and say those who say those who say nee.
Thank you very much. Well, like I promised before, give us our mandates, and you have the opportunity to give your final submission. And if you are there, talk to us, sir. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chris, again, for the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, some days ago, you brought the Holy Book, which is the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, that humanity should go and study. When God said, go study the hands. And God was just making an analogy of the winter, the summer, and the fall, like we have it here. How many months is between winter and fall, sir? It's just months, days. The ants gather at that time for themselves and their families, right? Now we have, and I'm not against anybody. We have people now telling us that 8 years is just child's play. No, it's not enough. Don't worry about it. It's not enough. But the question is, how many people can afford to waste 8 years of their lives? How many can afford to waste 8 years of their lives? By the grace of God, I'm a parent, and I think you also are a parent. Apart from medical issue on a child, if you have a child that is maybe 1 year, 2 years, and they are not talking, what comes to mind, sir, Mr. Chris? You begin to wonder what's going on. What's going on? You seek medical attention, right?
Yeah, of course.
Nigerians, and I just wish that people can see my heart. I don't hate anybody. It just bothers me because by the grace of God, I live in America, by the grace of God. Black Panther will bear me witness. There's a place called Mesquite. There's a place called Irving. There's a place called Denton. Interconnected cities. It takes them less than 3 years to put the bridges together. Maybe one day, if I'm able to get a record in that, I can get a record and then send to Mr. Elvis to show you how they build bridges, and some as tall as 3-story buildings in less than 3 years, connecting different cities together. And people are saying that 8 years is not enough. Then if 8 years is not enough, then why are we running government? You see, this is it. Understand it now. This is what they tell Nigerians to deceive them and to steal from their common patrimony. Asua is a failure. Asua is a disaster. Asua has nothing to offer. Asua is a failure. Asua is a disaster. Asua has nothing to offer. Okpewolo is a double failure. He majored in failure. Okpewolo majored in failure. So he has double failure as a major. Both in undergrad and then did masters, now had double failure also in that. These guys have nothing to offer. And until you understand what we are telling you, in the countries where we live, if you watch NFL, and America Black Panther can bear witness, if you watch NFL, a second, in fact, in basketball, a second, it is when I begin to watch sports, I understand that a second can either make a man's life or mad a man's life. If you watch NFL or you watch NBA, you can understand what times means to a human existence.
Round up, sir.
We are here because of these looters. Look at what's happening in Kogi State. Asua is a cover for massacre. Apollo, it is Adams that will rule Edo State the third time. The only choice that you have is Olumide Akpata. Vote for him. Somebody asked a salient question for time ago. Said, when you bring in PDP candidates, if they have problem, who are they going to go to? If you bring in APC, who are they going to go to? But if you bring in Olumide Akpata, somebody you can call and say, you gave all this man, call him to order. People,
thank you, sir.
Open your eyes, make the right choice, vote Olumide Akpata. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, give us our mandate. Thank you for your final submission. At least you were able to have your 12 minutes through the grace of Mr. Nanjawatch. Mr. Nanjawatch, thank you so much for your kind consideration. We've come to the end of this broadcast, not until Madam Rita has given a final submission. Madam Rita, if you are there, please give us your final submission and your concluding thoughts on whatever we have discussed today. Madam Rita, are you there?
Yes, Mr. Chris, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm going to respond. When Mr. Oduwa, you're talking about a lot of things about bridges and road connection, 200 feet by 200 feet, and things are not done, to show that okay, they are thinking about the future. What we are lacking, or what we have lacked for a very long time in Edo State, is visionary leaders, visionary governors. We don't. I think Ogbemudia was probably the last one. The other ones after, they're not visionary leaders. They just come to Edo State as governor, as another business hub, to do whatever it is they like, create all sorts of machineries for SPV, special purpose vehicles. And then in the next 4 years, when it's time for them to go, they give some palliative to supporters club and give people reasons why they feel that they've done so well. Because the people will not know any better, because they are used to this stagnation, this sort of stagnant development. So any little flicker of even they sweep the road. It's like, oh my God, this person has done something. As low as just sweeping the road now, that this person is like the best ever. They understand Nigerian elites, the political class, They understand the body language of the people. They understand the gullibility of the people. They understand the emotional intelligence of the people. They thrive on it, and that's what they work on, because year after year, it has been working, unfortunately. So we've not really had a visionary leader, and that's why now when I hear Olumide Akpata speak of the Labour Party, when I hear him speak, he speaks like a man with a vision. He speaks like a man with a vision, not a clean-up man, not a man that is being brought in by some godfather or friend or political party that, the bedrock of, of that party is subdue, and take. So it's unfortunate. Right now, this is the time for a new dawn. Edo people, Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party. See, Mama, Papa, and Piki, LP, that's just the logo you should look out for. Because these other candidates in the other APC and PDP right now, what's happening in those states? In fact, by the way, I want to respond to Prince Collins before I continue what I was saying. You said that just because it's election now, you are kind of like rating the government that they haven't done well and all that. I want to correct that. From the time Governor Obaseki became governor, from 2015, even the 2020, it even became more heated. We have been assessing, we have been talking, we have been investigating the activities of the administration under Governor Obaseki. So now it's just like this is the climax of everything that we have been talking about for the past 4 years. This is the climax. So it is not just because it's time for election that we are talking about the ineptitude of Governor Obaseki and his administration. So I just wanted to correct that. Now, going back to what I was saying, what is happening right now in Edo State between the APC and the PDP? This is the clash of the titans, I would call it. The titans are the federal might and the state might. Over the years, the state might has been using his powers, constituted powers, to display a hegemonious system of government in Edo State for the past 4 years. Now, the opposition party, who seem to have the federal might now, is not trying to say, I have more muscle than you. And then what happens? The state might is crying wolf, wolf, shouting and say, oh, they are holding my neck. They're intimidating me. They are arresting my people. They are doing this. They are changing beavers. That is the kick of a dying horse, because the state might has been exercising their hegemonious process of governing for the past let me use 8 years. No, what is 4 years? For the past 8 years. I would say it was more intense within the past 4 years. Mr. Elvis has always said it. Be careful of the evil you support today, because it's coming back to haunt you, whether in our political life or your private life. Be careful of the evil you support today, because tomorrow it's coming back to haunt you. It's coming back onto your face. When we were shouting here, I particularly and some other members, even the civil society, were shouting, how can you have elected members stripped? Elected members, elected, not imposed, elected members of a state house of assembly, stripped from their position, stripped, disgraced, embarrassed. And you only had 7 representatives. And then you also went to as far as wasting the hard-earned taxpayers' money by taking out the roof of a narrow complex, breaking the walls, and doing all sorts of things, wasting the resources of Edo State, since they claim that we don't have money. But they have money when it's time for them to fight for their political power or their political, whatever it is that they're looking for. Many people were supporting that. Yes, sir.
Please, round up.
This one that around me. Mr. Niger, what if you are listening, please? Another 2 minutes.
No, Madam Rita, you don't already get that.
Okay, I'm going to stop here. I just want to say that we're talking about this. I remember very well. Mr. Israel Asemota, I'm sure you are listening. Mr. Omori, I'm sure you are listening. I'm going to call names. You guys know me. I remember we've had this argument of not having a complete House of Assembly representative for their constituents. We didn't have it in Edo State. Governor Obaseki worked on that. Philip Shaibu supported it. Many of you there supported it, or you supported it. That is something that is not right. Now, fast forward, and I'm referring to what Mr. Ijola Semota called, I think a couple of days ago, and was saying we should be very careful with this precedent that is happening. You know, they are arresting what these federal might are doing. They are arresting these people, people from the PDP. It will set a precedent. Yes, it will set a precedent which is wrong. But Governor Obaseki set the precedence. So right now is the battle of who has more muscle, who is the most bad guy. At the end of the day, it shows you that this APC and PDP, they are one of the same. They are friends. They don't give a rat's behind it by the people. And that's why people have to look at the Labour Party. Look at the calculations, my people. Open your eyes. Remove the scale of your eyes. Forget about whose turn it is. They don't care about you. They have nothing to offer. Edo State, thank God, some people, it's not me that said it now. Some people in this panel said, Edo State is like a shithole. It's like a village. And then you're not coming to tell me that this person did well. Like, in fact, if it's coming from the people who live in Edo State, I would say maybe there are limitations to them because they haven't seen a better life. But if you live in diaspora and you say he has done well, I'm totally disappointed. Totally disappointed. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Madam Rita. I didn't know how to stop you. I tried to, but in my mind, I just resolved that the best thing to do.
But don't become Oliver Twist now. Maybe we can ask for more.
Wait, give us our mandate. Give us our mandate. This broadcast itself is a big challenge. So, wait, we always have to.
I don't know my brother earlier.
Yeah, but we always have tomorrow. But for whatever it is, the way I resolved to handle the issue and for allowing Madam Rita to speak far more than the 4 minutes is to give Prince Collins, who is obviously the only person supporting PDP here, to still have an opportunity to talk to us for 2 minutes at least to respond, just to make a balance. So Prince Collins, if you are willing to, and we would have ended the show, but because Madam Rita took some time far above her time, and it was Labour Party she was talking about. So you take 2 minutes and talk about the PDP for balance.
Thank you very much. Era beyond usual. Sorry, usual beyond era. I appreciate that. you are truly an objective person. You see, I know right now that is the time, you know. You cannot say that I've said he has tried. You know, don't misquote me. And a lot of you are misquoting me here for even regarding the 8 years short time that I said. You know, I've not. If you listen to how I started this conversation, not quite long. Now I said, looking at the general performance of Nigeria governance, it's nothing to write home about. I don't know why we pick those errors and begin to emphasize on it as if that's the only thing we've said. I live in Western world, for God's sake. I pull out of politics because of the dirty activities there. I said it here before. During Oyegu SDP against NRC, I was already a party agent, as small as I am there. That is to tell you where I started from. I pulled out the people that we were in politics together. Many of them have gone to House of Reps and have come back, like the likes of Honorable Samson Osage, the present aspirant of APC, not quite long, the younger brother of Osifo. Yes, that's the Osifo, young barrister Osifo, the lawyer that was a commissioner. That was a commissioner under what's his name, Oshomole. That lost. I mean that Obaseki didn't allow him to become. To rule as a member of House of Assembly. These are the people that were under me then while we were running politics. I pulled out because the system. I know that what is happening today is going to happen. But right now we are campaigning for a candidate. This person in question, the governor, is not in the ballot. So I don't know why the issue should be an emphasis, because it actually is not in the ballot, because they brought it that day. I just decided to emphasize compared to other governors in the land. They've done nothing for me. And we have been here together fighting to make sure that these people, they actually do what they're supposed to do. So it shouldn't be used against my words that, oh, maybe because I said he performed better than other, he has performed better than other governors, then he was the best. No, I didn't say that. And in my opinion, I believe that Ighodalo will perform better. Forget whether PDP or APC or whatever. I look at person. I look at your pedigree as a person. I look at you. I look at what you can do. I look at your capability. Even I don't know his past, but I know that when he comes, I understand what people are saying as regard is cleaning up whatever. But at this present time, it's rugged enough to handle those things. We need rugged leaders. We need people that can say, okay, yes, everybody move. Look at Shomole when he ruled. He was on top. If we don't have a leader that is on top, those people that are ready to siphon our money, they will come back and keep doing what they are doing. Are we going to allow Okpeworo to? If we with the way things are going, if it's outside PDP, APC will drink that election and take it up. We'll be surprised to see Okpeworo there already. Even before election finishes, they are going to announce to us that somebody has won, the way they used to do before APC. So in a short term, it's going to be like this, and very, very soon it's going to be over, and we're going to start again and start our battle. So let us keep our minds together. Let us remember that we are together as brothers and sisters here, and do what we need to do in this election. Continue our race of fighting for a good democracy in Nigeria. Thank you very much, my brother Chris.
Wow, what a way to bring the program to an end. Yeah, and before I just invite Mr. Naija Watch, let me quickly give a shout out to everybody that has been on this program, maybe from the beginning, or you joined us halfway, and like two people that are just joining us, Bobby Adams and John Osas. We want to welcome you to this program, and we are just rounding up. And yeah, it's been very, very brilliant evening with you guys. I love all your contributions, but the only pain I have is that if I'm moderating, I like to stay neutral. But for Olumide Akpata, I have to say that every time. Let me give a big shout out to Anya Agba, Emeka, Stella Afini, Mercy Foster, Peggy, Madam Peggy Modi. And Peggy Modi, thank you so much for what you did. Your pocket will never ever run dry. Utazi Ikechukwu, we greet you. Abe Johnny, Ikmomosa, Teddy Osage Idehe, Iniobi Vlog, Stella Imasemedo, Madam Stella Imasemedo, we see you. Thanks for joining us. Ijedema, Madam Ijedema, good evening. Tony Africa, DPT, Tony Africa, we greet you. Divine Cross, Jejelaye, Nick Lost, who famously proclaimed that he's an IPOB, and so what? And I said, I love that. And Madam Ame Bright, and good evening, Madam Ame Bright. And Madam Tusabi, Simple Cooking, Timmy Indibi. I greet all of you. Ikbomusa Omorige Peters, I greet you all. And Idemuda Patient, special greetings to you. And Agio Deborah, you share from the special greetings of Idemuda Patient. I greet both of you specially, like I've specially greeted every other person. And having said that, I want to specially greet you, Mommy Diaspora, and for everything that you do for this station. Yeah, there are so many things that go on behind the stage to ensure that this broadcast is on air every day, and you are in the thick and thin of it all. We appreciate you. The Lord God will continue to guide and protect you, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you so much. And then I almost left out Abuazi. Abuazi, good evening, and thank you so much for all you do. At this junction, let me say thank you for the people on the panel with us today. And you guys did wonderfully well. And I know in more than 90% of cases, we always keep the conversation civil and straight to the point. And thank you all for everything that you do, for your time with us. And the people listening to us from all over the world, please remember to use the like and the share button. Is the least you can do. And then let's not forget the 1 million man mark. That is where our next focus is. That's where our next target is. And I want to assure you guys that if we're able to achieve that, Nigeria Watch is going to be everywhere. It's already everywhere. It's become a household name. And so please, people, let's keep doing it. Let's subscribe. Let's use the like button. Let's use the share button. It has been another wonderful day. At this point, I would like to invite Mr. Nigeria, if you are there. Mr. Nigeria, I want to hand over the mic to you, and so that you take the final submission and we bow for today. Mr. Nigeria, sir, are you there? Mr. Nigeria, I think Mr. Nigeria is not immediately available.
Carry on, it's not available. More than continue now.
Wait.
Give us two minutes.
No, one minute. One minute. Then we know about burden, Mr. Nigeria. Mr. Nigeria, are you there? Okay, P-Soft, if you are there, talk to us 1 minute. Just final thoughts. 1 minute, Mr. P-Soft. Thank you for hanging on. And I must salute everybody on the panel. Thank you all for hanging on to this minute. So talk to us 1 minute.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Yeah, on a final note, I just want to talk about Oluchi Opara. I didn't really have the opportunity to talk about him today. I feel very, very sad. See, Oluchi Opara is the best choice in Edo State. If you like it, if you don't want to suffer for Edo State, if you think say this suffer we did suffer right now for Edo State, say you don't make this kind of thing stay continuing on the long run. So don't make the mistake. Don't even reason tribe. You better clear that thing off your mind. You see, does success look like something that tribes can bring? It has nothing to do with tribe. It has to do with commitment. Not waste your vote on APC. I know APC won't win the election because Opaseki gave them the leadway. I understand that. But as I'm not a member of Labour Party, but I support Oluchi Opara. You understand that? What does that mean? Because I want good things for my people. I want to make my people make they feel seafood chop for street. Make they free. Because right now, Edo people not free across the board. Whether you are from Edo Central, Edo North, Edo South, nobody's free. So I beg my people, for your own sake and for your children, make your children not ask you questions. I beg you, put your vote for Oluchi Opara and make sure you stand to defend your vote. Not let anybody deceive you. APC, PDP, they won't block. All of them are one block the day right now. They be hunger creator. Go write that thing down. APC and PDP, they be hunger creator. They know how to manufacture hunger. Now their policy be that. Now because they like this for this country. You understand? Shout out to everybody. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you so much, P-Soft. Although I say 1 minute, but not 2 minutes you take talk. But in that case, we'll just continue almost in that trajectory. And so the next person we will talk to us will be Abdul Malik. Abdul Malik, you still there?
Yeah, good evening once again, Mr. Chris.
I go do one small magic now. Abdul Malik, wetin go happen be say, just speak your mind. Make I no set time limits. Speak your mind. Make we hear you. And the rest of una go ready to just speak on our mind. But if you don't do too long, I could say me you stop. So Abdul Malik, make you talk to us. God bless you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chris, once again. You see, Nigeria is not working. We need to make the country's system be working. It's a duty for all of us. Because if you take a look, how many years back, we have been saying Nigeria go better, Nigeria go better. Look at the video Nigeria was showed last time. 49 years video, we are still talking the same thing. The same thing, we are still talking about the same thing. How are we going to make this country work for everybody? Because those people that are governing us, they don't know what to do to make the system work. That is a major thing. They are just there to how am I going to put it? To bear that name, to bear the position, to be in the position. but they don't know what it takes to make the system work for the citizen. They don't know. That's why the country is not going. How can there is hunger in the land? You have the mind to go and buy private jet. It shouldn't be. Why can't you channel that money for the essential need? What is necessary in the country before private jet? Private jet is not running. It will be in there. You will buy it when there is something meaningful for the citizen. Last, you will buy the private jet. Just to take a look now, Nigeria have population. Even when you fix those roads or you fix electric, you will be collecting tax. Between 1 year, you will recover those money you used to do those things, all those projects. But they don't have that idea. That is a major problem. Thank you, Mr. Chris.
Thank you so much, Abdul Malik. Thank you. Abdul Malik, the question when you ask is a rhetoric question. We no need answer. See, when we talk about empathy in governance, now wetin we dey talk with that? You say why dem no go repair road, why dem go buy private jets? Na only people wey get empathy na im go understand say na the people wey dem dey govern na dem go put ahead. But when we are blessed in parentheses, with leaders with stone of heart, leaders that are from the pit of hell, what do you expect? These guys, they simply do not care. They just see all of us as part of their property. They just treat us with utmost disrespect, with disgust. They don't see us as Nigerians. They don't see us as fellow citizens. Can you imagine the Prime Minister of UK? Every time they fly British Air, number 10 Downing Street. I think somebody said it's a 4-bedroom flat. It used to be a three. It was Peter Obi that said that. It used to be a 3-bedroom flat. I think it was one of the president. Was it Prime Minister Winston Churchill? I think. Because of that Second World War, they had to kind of create an extra room. They call it a strategic room or something like that. That's the place they've been using. Number 10 Downing Street. It used to be somebody's personal property. And at the end of the day, we have the effrontery to say that the colonial masters, they are the ones ruining our lives. It's a shame. What our leaders lack is empathy. Well, we'll just continue. I would like to call on Mr. Odua. Mr. Odua, if you still there, may you talk to us. But before you talk, it be like say I leave somebody out. Love Maduka. Madam Love Maduka, sorry I missed your name earlier. I just want to say good evening to you. It's nice to have you on the broadcast. We love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. And do forgive us that I didn't call your name earlier. So, Mr. Odua, please talk to us. Gwima Gwansa, Domo.
Thank you, Baba. Well, for those states, me, I know they talk for these parties when it did and the people when it did, because their cause, their distance safe. You know, go even make me put hand for their back. Because only person for put hand for his back, now be teacher. That is a boy of YPP or Kumbawa. Teacher, I know say go do well. He go use ruler take measure yam before he chop. So he go put everything in place. And so those are when they ask, where they say black na red, white na black, all those things. But those one, their profession alone shows who they are. Well, but there is Peter said one thing. You can go and borrow. Me, I need to ask, why should a person that have big land to make farm, to produce whatever he have, they now leave his land and went and be looking for another person's land to make farm from? Is that not ignorance of life? Is that not lack of vision? Is that not blindness in pretend to be seen, which a doko of wezu? So Nigeria are borrowing money For what, for doing what? On what purpose? Because if that they borrow money and build company, you know that if I borrow money today, next tomorrow I will pay it back because I'm borrowing it to put it here, we generate. You have fuel and you cannot borrow money to build refinery. Why do you go and borrow money? Then you want to generate road. You went and borrow money and you are not generating the road that will return back your money. Well, what man do road, they do to get because they make money back from that to get. And the road you are putting money, they don't see it. Why did you went and borrow money? You borrow money to buy a vehicle. You did not borrow money to build a company that will manufacture vehicle for you. That is why when I hear people say government doesn't have anything to do with business, that thing touch, I believe it give me headache. Because why did the government not have the right to go and borrow money if you don't have any right to business? The reason you need money as a government, because you are from the people, you belongs to the people. So go there, bring the money, bring those things that your people need. That is why I love Gaddafi. Gaddafi controlled everything in Libya. If take the oil of Libya, went and bring vehicle, he gave to Libyans. Take the oil of Libya, bring money, he built house for Libya. He make those use of those property for the Libyans. He did not make it for himself. If it is good, he said, it makes sure that he used to do something in Libya. In Libya, we don't pay electricity. We don't know what is could pay bill of electricity. No. The worst thing that you will hear, Nigeria said they are paying, the government is paying house rent in Aso Rock. I ask, how? To who? Nigeria is the government, and you are still, Nigeria is the government that built Aso Rock, and you are paying house rent. To who? The House of Assembly, the Senator, they are paying house rent. To who? So these are the wickedness of the Nigerians that we enable to say government doesn't have anything to do with business because we lack wisdom, we lack visions, we lack everything, but we claim to be educated or wise or whatsoever. It's what we are facing. Until we go away from this, our mentality of ignorance that we are the wisest in the world, we are the most educated, we are this. Until we go out of those things and begin to face reality and see this thing we are doing, we are not doing it well. This thing is right and it must be right. Don't say join the multitude to say it is not left. No, this thing is right. It's right. If it is left, it's left. And if you cannot be there, you join them. No, don't join them. Leave them. So all these things is my advice to Nigerians, especially the Satanat who thought they're too educated, they are too wise, they are this. Upon their travel, they cannot use their money to do anything in their own community. They cannot use it to do anything in their street. They will come and start making noise. The government did not do the government, not do that. Who is the government? Is it not you and me? You have the money, use it to do something. Let people benefit from that your money. Show example to others that this is how things supposed to be. So that is what I have to say to also. Thank you, Baba Chris. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Rita.
All right, Mr. Odoa.
Madam Rita.
Mr. Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all. I guess everybody don't talk, right?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody don't talk. They give everybody 1 minute. I beg Nigeria, it go dey very unfair. Give us our mandate. If you are there, just 1 minute. And the Prince Collins ready for your 1 minute. Unfortunately, we are not going to get reach 3 minutes. Okay, give us our mandate. 1 minute. I beg.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chris, I thought you said that we speak.
Madam Rita, I prefer call your name, answer. Okay, Madam Rita, you go first. 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to say, Mr. Elvis, Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak, and my lovely mommy diaspora, and then everybody who's been there supporting one way or the other. God bless you. It's complicated. What's going on now is complicated, but at the end, it's very simple. A lot of people's minds are conflicted because of what the evil virus that has been spread amongst the electorates, talking about tribe, talking about whose turn it is. You know, it has really spoiled the fabric of how politics should be played in modern day society. I'm urging everybody in Edo State, if you're listening to me, tell your brothers and sisters, your mothers and fathers, that right now, since 1999, APC and PDP have been playing this game and there hasn't been any change. So right now, what do you need? We need a new door and a new key. You cannot open a new door with an old key. It will not open. And that new key right now we need is Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party. On the 21st of September, when they bring the ballot paper, please vote Mama, Papa, and Pikin. That's the logo. Mama, Papa, and Pikin. The other parties, they no get anything when they won't give una. They no go change anything. Now business center for them.
Thank you,
God
Mother.
bless you all and have a good night.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If we give you time, you will talk. Give us our mandate. Make you talk to us. 1 minute. I beg. Keep it 1 minute.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chris. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, loud and clear, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Malik said something that's very profound, right? He talked about the private jets. 8 years or 4 years or even 1 year will not be enough to build roads. But in less than maybe 1 year, they can buy private jets, they can buy vehicles because they want them, the Nigerians to be confused. But we stand on this and we remain on it that Aswe is a failure, Abakomisa is a failure, the only man for the job is Olumide Akpata. So vote LP Mama Papa Pikin for the coming election in those states and let them not deceive you. Begin to question them because they have every right to do right for you and they should do it. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. Prince Collins, make you talk to us. Your final submission.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to use my 1 minute to appreciate you, particularly for what you have done. What's that noise? Is that noise coming from my end?
No, sorry,
Okay.
it was an alarm. Continue.
All right. So I want to appreciate you particularly for moderating properly, and I want to appreciate every panelist that have been here today for their wonderful contribution, keeping this station going. I want to appreciate everyone for your time, our viewers at home. Those are the comment section. You are all very, very important to us. Mommy Diaspora, God bless you for your wonderful time and energy. Niger Watch, finally, may God continue to give you the strength to continue doing what you are doing right now. And may God give you that wisdom to be able to manage different ethnic background as you are doing right now on your platform. And I contribute to whatever you think is good to make progress in this dimension. So I want to appreciate each and every one of us. Let us remember that we are one body, we have one cause, and we always disagree to agree. Let us not be personal about our issues. Let us always have that permanent interest, and that permanent interest should be towards a positive change. Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Sorry, earlier it was the alarm that went off. Yeah, I think I like the way you rounded up. That's permanent interest. And that permanent interest is what Mr. Anjawach has been talking about. And that is a better Nigeria that will work for all of us. At this junction, I want to call Mr. Nanjawach to take over the show. Mr. Nanjawach, we want to appreciate you for giving us this opportunity despite the difficulty and everything. We really do appreciate, and everybody on the comment section, they've extended their greetings to you. We are proud of you. You must always remember that at every opportunity. We are proud of you. We are so proud of you for being fair, for giving us this platform to air our views every single day. Thank you so much, sir. The mic is yours so that you round up the show.
Thank you, Augustus. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for being there when needed. I appreciate you. Thank you, every one of you that came into the panel today. Madam Rita, thank you very much. Agape Soft, thank you. Give us a mandate. I appreciate you. Oga Prince, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Abdul Malik, thank you very much, sir. Mr. Odua, I hear your voice earlier on. Thanks for joining us as well. I appreciate every one of you. Now, God, have a bless you now. The only people that missed out today now is our callers. No, don't worry. I'll give you opportunity to call tomorrow. Say every day not be Christmas. Today I was very, very tight. But I wanted to make sure that the broadcast stands, by God's grace, to keep the consistency as you guys have been doing, encouraging us to do this. Appreciate you all. Those of you that supported the channel today, Blessed Lady, thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you, Olumide Kiwumi, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Your text earlier on, I actually put on the screen. You said, Elvis, I remember when this lady first came out, people like me accused her of crying wolf, but now she speaks the truth. LP must commended for cleaning the house. But some people disputed or rather disagree with that the woman is lying and all that. I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk on this matter tomorrow. If I talk now, people go shoot my put, and I don't want to make I stand and pass this. But this particular issue, me myself go address them tomorrow. Peggy Modi, thank you very much, ma. I appreciate you. Thanks for all you do, always. I appreciate every one of you, my wonderful people, every one of you on the comment section started with wonderful. Oh, mommy, thank you very much, mommy. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Abo Azi, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you. Patience Demodia, thank you. Love Maduka, thank you. Madam Amen Bright, thank you. Lumide, thank you very much. Tomorrow, try to join us. We need to handle this matter properly. Because today, many of us not there, but the people that came into the panel, and God will bless all of us for keeping the broadcast burning. Thank you very much, Peggy Modi, once more. Thank you, Stella Masemedo. I appreciate you. Thank you, my wonderful people. We've come to the end of the broadcast. So tomorrow, by God's grace, fingers crossed, we'll be here again to continue from where we stop. If you are new to this platform, I want you to understand that we are here crying and looking forward to having a better Nigeria in our time. That's what we're doing here, pouring out our plight daily. 365 days in a year, we are here every day. So if you are here because of that, you want Nigeria to be better in your time, you're in the right place. Or if you are part of the people that want Nigeria to be destroyed, you're in the wrong place. There are different platforms on social media. Everybody uses a platform for different things. But what we're using ours for on this platform is to see Nigeria become a better country in our time. I appreciate you all, guys. Press on the like button before you leave. Help us to share. And those of you listening that have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we are here, just like this, so that we can have a live interaction. My people, like I talked about before, and yeah, we like me go draw the curtain. Help us to press on the like, help us to share, and have a good night. Bye for now.
Just walk Why